everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Yeah, now you may be wondering, hey, you guys are four people in a room. Aren't you gonna get diseased and die? No. First of all, the three of us live with each other, and Tyler lives across the street. So we wanted to play Avnia, we wanted to play one of our other games, but unfortunately due to social distancing and to the fact that California is kind of in a lockdown right now, we can't really leave our houses. So Tyler can walk across the street. Oh no, get out, you're arrested.
I know.
Tyler can walk across the street, and we decided, hey, let's play a little stream game. We thought about doing it over Zoom or something like that and playing on Fantasy Grounds, but we figured we could just sit in front of our thing and do our thing. So long as we don't cough directly into each other's mouths and stay a good distance away from one another, even though we all live in the same space.
Yeah, I already coughed in all of their
we're gonna do a little impromptu game. This isn't a permanent game. This is just me going, hey guys, want to live stream something tonight? Even though we have nothing to do, and we decided that we're gonna play Wildemount.
This game is called Jacob got bored and we can't do our regularly scheduled content.
Basically. So yeah, we are. This game will last as long as our little lockdown lasts, or until we have till we get the ability to play our other games somehow.
Yeah.
No idea how that future is going to go. But this is just a game that we're just starting.
Hopefully we finish whatever we're doing too.
Watch that we start this, and it's just like, let's play a dumb Wildemount game, and then it turns into a 6-month campaign that we play.
I mean, reports just came out that the lockdown is probably going to last through June. So.
Oh no!
We might be playing
get a lot of this game. So, if you came here in preparation for a professional stream of the Wildemount campaign setting. Oops.
Go somewhere else.
Go somewhere else.
Go on to Critical Role, who actually play in the Wildemount setting, basically.
Weird.
Except they're not playing right now.
I just got the book. I was going through it. There's some adventures in it. We rolled up some characters, and we're gonna play a little game today and hang out with you guys. So, thanks for all a bajillion of you who have joined for us today. Hope we have some fun. But once again, like we mostly say in front of these games, we're just a couple of guys playing D&D. Just guys being dudes, especially you.
Yes.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons when we put up some cameras and some mics in front of our faces. Yeah. So we may forget rules, we may screw up. That's just how it goes.
Change rules.
And barring that, I'm pretty sure this is the second biggest group we've ever had in a live stream. So
yeah. Oh, and also talking about it, we were making characters, and I was like, you guys should play something from the new campaign setting, and none of them did.
I tried.
Except for Spencer.
I tried for 30 minutes to get D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond is
that I had
pooping
access to
their
the
pants
book.
together.
D&D Beyond did not understand I wanted to play an Echo Knight, so I'm not playing an Echo Knight.
Tyler and I could both pull it up, but he could not.
Yeah.
Anyways, the only thing Spencer's playing, I believe, is a hollow one. So, but nobody's playing an Echo Knight. Nobody's playing Dunamancy. They just went nah.
I should have played the wizard.
I already had a character that I wanted to just.
But we'll be in the world, so.
Yeah.
All right, here's what we do, Jacob. We kill them both.
This world. Whoa! Look at that sexy map. I'm a big fan of Critical Role. I've been trying to catch up recently, but I don't know everything about it. I watched more of Campaign 1 and then tried to get into Campaign 2, lost some time, and then went back to it recently, so I'm not a big CR nerd fan, but Spencer and I have watched about the same. I think I've watched a little bit more, and these two, I don't think I've ever watched an episode.
I've watched clips, but that's...
Colton and Tyler never watched anything.
I stopped watching after they became little piratey guys for a little while.
Yeah, that's also when I stopped.
When they
not because it wasn't interesting. It was just that I got busy and didn't have time to watch.
I can appreciate what they do.
For a very long time, we recorded our pre-written games on Thursday nights. So
But we got a couple of super chats.
Yep. Just getting to that.
$4.99 from Cow the God. I love how I get a girlfriend, and then the Plague 2 Electric Boogaloo came out in Louisiana is under lockdown now.
Oh, damn.
And Warlock and stuff, $20 for the chaos.
For the chaos. Thank you so much. Appreciate the donations, guys. Just bullshit fun D&D. I like it. Let's have fun. Basically, we're not professional at all. We're just in my house, and we're just gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons. That's all we're doing.
Yep.
So if you're into that,
that's all
cool. Welcome. Yeah.
Do we need miniatures?
Yes, you will need miniatures, actually.
I'll take that one right there. That's the only one that's in this room right now.
Okay, you take it. You will need some minis, yes.
I'll
If
have
you
to
want
go
to go
search
into...
those.
Should I go and grab?
Should we run through intros first?
We will run through actually the little pre-written that I have for Wildemount. It has a
Wait,
little
is that how it's actually said?
no, it's
Okay,
Wildemount.
good.
Like,
Has a little area where I can kind of have you guys describe your characters. So we'll get to that as soon as we start. So if you would like to grab minis before we start, go do that.
I already did. I can do it.
You guys get
No, I
okay.
can't.
Now it is now up to me to entertain you. Hello.
That's fine. He has his own.
Hello there. Ukatoa. Ah,
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Spin,
So I didn't expect so many of you guys. 230 people.
spin, spin.
Hey everyone, what's up? Once again, this is probably not going to be a very permanent game. I literally, as soon as like this lockdown ends at any point in time, we have the ability to walk around, which probably will not be soon. Just hearing the nearby news, the recent news.
I don't have a job.
Yeah, like you can't work. I can still work because
Yeah.
I do YouTube full time, but I don't know how long we'll be playing this game, so maybe a decent amount of time, but who knows? We'll see. We're just doing it for fun. Just gonna see what happens. I was listening to Subclass podcast. Now I'm here. How's it going? Great. I wish we could record more of those. Logan and I really want to. We just been a little busy lately, so we haven't been able to.
Logan is a busy
He just
boy.
finished his Kickstarter, which was awesome. 320K, which is crazy for Stibble's Codex of Companions. That was dope as hell. Although I do subscribe to you, I accidentally stumbled in here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Does YouTube full time. Also, Jacob uploads rarely to XP to level 3. Hey, I've been better more recently. I upload at least once a week. Pun Bun. Pun Bun. I love that name. $2.99. Jacob's face just oozes the vibe of 20 charisma.
Yes, it does.
I do not understand that. Oh, you shut up. You
Don't
charmer,
understand
you.
Did he start reading all the spells again?
Jacob B, $2. Hi. Nice name, buddy.
Did you get pun
Oh my
buns?
God. Just killed him in the
Yeah.
first game? Alright, TPK time, guys.
Oh no. It's okay. I'm playing something that won't die this time.
Oh man. Alrighty. Are you guys ready to begin?
Yeah.
And just for all of our viewers at home to know, because there are over 250 of you, we are playing with kind of our homebrew rules. Tyler likes to call them our Skyrim mods.
Yeah.
But
I call it Skyrim. It's just our mods.
basically, we just have a couple of rules that we changed. It's still fundamentally in 100% 5th edition, but maybe about 10% our stuff. Just a couple of things, like flanking and
Cardigan.
Cardic Inspiration, which is in my office.
Do you need to get it?
Yeah, if you would like
I can
cards.
go get it. I would like
This is a
inspiration.
really. I'm just gonna say it's really weird sitting on this side because I'm used to looking over here to look at the camera.
Yeah.
I have to do this now.
199 from Jeremy the Viking. Bruh. That's
Bruh.
it. Just
Bruh. Pun Bun, $2.99. Whoa. How'd the Bone Grinder get into Wildemount? That'd be so funny. So you guys step into Barovia. Where's this in Wildemount? Mimi H, $2. Hi. Hello.
Greetings.
Welcome to tonight's episode of
Hello there.
Critical Role. This is off-brand. This is great value Critical Role. this
Shasta Cola.
this is
or dollar store.
this is dollar store Critical Role.
It's Daddy's Big Root Beer Critical Role.
Zed, Season 2, Episode 3, Chapel of Norelius, Tesseract, timestamp 1946 is where Colton talks about his car getting torched.
Jeez.
Oh wow.
Costco Kirkland Critical Role.
I'm gonna screenshot that and check that out later.
Oh man, it was Strahd the whole time.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Cole.
Critical Cole. We're a bunch of us regular guys sit around. All right. So
A bunch of nerdy ass nerds playing
dirty ass nerds,
Yeah.
a bunch of nerdy ass regular people sitting around and playing Dungeons and Dragons. All right. If you want to know what kind of rules that we normally use for our games, I have a video on XP to level 3 called My 21 Homebrew Rules. If you want to go check it out. But
A lot of those are.
Mom, I want Critical Role. You can have Critical Role at home. Critical Role at home.
We've got Critical Role.
That's exactly what this is. Here you go. Critical fail. That's perfect. All right. So, why was I last we left off? We've not. This is the first game.
We literally created these characters
20
an hour
minutes
ago.
Yeah.
Correct.
I've had this character for a while.
Okay, Tyler.
Tyler's got like 20 back pocket characters.
No. I have a lot of characters, but they're not back pocket characters. They're just characters I've made.
Open up your eyes. You're sitting on a cart. A man looks at you and says, You're finally awake.
Is this actually how this starts?
You were caught crossing the border, right? You and that thief over there. Damn rebels. I don't know the whole transcript, but you do not open your eyes and you're on a cart.
Look, Dad, they have Critical Role here.
Oh
This is
fuck,
the
we
dollar
have
store.
we have
How
mods
good could it
installed.
be?
You open your eyes and the cart's flailing off into the universe.
Thanks, Warlock and
He's
stuff.
like,
for
you're
$5.
finally.
Look, Dad, they have Critical Role here. This is the dollar store. How good could it be? Warlock and stuff, $5.
No.
All right.
So,
New episode of Literal Trolls.
if you guys care at all, there's a couple of adventures that are pre-made in the Wildemount campaign setting, and the one that we will be playing today and for the foreseeable future is called Dangerous Designs.
Dun dun dun.
Tyler, I want my stuff.
So, all
The
three of you,
button, too.
You don't deserve the button.
No, you don't get the button.
all of you have made your way to the city of Hupperduke. Hupperduke is a primarily gnomish city where literally their motto should just be like work hard, play hard, because in the day they are working very, very hard on inventions and industry and creating different types of metal machinery for the rest of the Dwendalian Empire and the rest of the people in Wildemount. And every single night they party really, really hard with fireworks and drinks and music and lots of different stuff. But it is a crazy city filled with crazy inventions. And a chilled, misty night hangs over the industrious mountainside city. There we go. Mountainside city of Hupperduke. The scent of a recent rain on the air as you walk the muddied path. The nightly festivities have already begun, with the elevated section of the city known as the Idleworks Shelf. The Idleworks Shelf alight with colorful lanterns and streamers, and occasionally you see a firework go off, way off in the distance. And the distant sounds of music and firecrackers echo for hundreds of feet up into the stairs of the mountains. You arrive at the quiet, dark fields of the assembly yard, passing massive forges and partially constructed war machines. All the city's industry has seemingly been abandoned for the night, while the workers of Hupperduke unwind in the celebrations of the upper city. And as you make your way up into the upper city, you step in and kind of head into the road, and you look to the side of you and you see this very lavish-looking tavern with a very special Warforged standing on the outside of it. Colton, would you like to describe your character?
Sure. He'll look over to... Are they together?
Yeah, the two of them have walked into the city, kind of simultaneously, almost at the same time.
Okay, he'll look
and
over.
we'll get to that.
He'll look over to the two of them, and the medals on him are various colors of browns. And are there any city colors?
City colors? Oh, a lot of different types of colors in this city. I would say maybe like a brass or bronze.
Okay, so different browns, and then like some bronze pieces that seem to be fitted on, almost as if they were put on after his initial creation. His face is traditional Warforged. Honestly, I'm just thinking of the main character from Robots. If you guys know that movie,
Yeah.
you know it. Okay, cool. The blue robot.
Maybe, yeah.
That's great.
Where he has kind of like that in the center there, and he kind of turns and he looks at you guys, and on his arm on a rail, a little piece of metal comes out, and it comes to almost like this flat piece, and he walks up and he goes, "Could I interest you in some free samples?" This tavern.
Stepping up towards the tavern are two more individuals. Spencer, if you'd like to introduce your character.
I am a human woman. I'm probably like 5'7". I'm not too tall, not too short. Really, like thin, gaunt face, very pale, dark eyes, and just I have black hair, and I'm wearing like basic leathers, and I have a little quarterstaff with a gem on it.
And standing next to her is
Looks to be an elven woman, kind of purplish pink skin, wearing kind of a hood with light leather clothing on. Not too tall, average size probably, not much. A long bow across her back.
and the two of you step up to this Warforged, who offers you some samples.
They're completely free, I assure you. You'll want more when you taste it. And he kind of goes up to like right here, and he twists a lever, and a little plate pops out, and some like different materials pop out, and he turns the thing, puts two mugs on the rail, and then takes something that's like yellow liquid, looks like lemonade, pours a little bit, and then takes a beer, pours a little bit, and holds it out.
You guys are aware of... Oh, what's the name of that drink called?
Let me find it.
This is a drink spread widely across Wildemount. It's very...
It is called...
especially the Empire.
Radler.
A Radler, a mixture of beer and lemonade that he gives towards you. And you're drinking it. It's relatively good. And as soon as that happens, the door of the tavern flies wide open, and you see a gnome step out, and he's got kind of wild, kind of blown back white hair, and he pulls his goggles up and he looks over towards you, and he says, "Hey, what are you doing?" Clang, clang, hits your leg.
What you told me to.
You don't have to do this right now. See, it's party time. And the fireworks gonna go off again.
I do
He
not
says,
drink.
"You don't have to work. You can go do whatever you want. I don't want you working. All right? I know you keep coming back here and you keep trying to stand in front of the staff and serve people beer. But hey, beer butt, you don't need to be out here right now. All right? It's completely okay for you to relax. Do you know how to relax?
It is my designation to serve.
It is your designation to relax now. Oh, who are these
I do
guys?
not know how to do that.
Hey, you got new friends right here. Why don't you follow them around? Can you watch my beer butt for a little bit? He just needs to unwind.
I don't know this.
It's inhumane to keep him outside too long.
Greetings, I am 8EER80T, designation Beerbot.
Your name's Beerbot.
Anyway, show him around the city. Do something. You guys look like you need a fun time. You're not gnomes. I just noticed that. Well, enjoy the festivities. Goes back inside the tavern.
Okay, this
The
is
little,
so strange.
the little piece goes back into his shoulder. He'll take this stuff, unless you guys are still drinking.
I'll give you the cup back. It's probably a sip is taken out of it.
Or you
Pretty
leave
much
them
the
empty, pour them out, closes it.
Perfect.
I do not
Okay.
know what relaxing is. I would appreciate your assistance
And
in doing so.
Okay,
I'm just here to sleep
I mean,
and then keep moving. I have things to do.
kind of the same, but
I do not know how long I am supposed to remain with you. Until my boss returns and tells me not to, I will stay
Is
with you.
this an inn?
Is it an inn as well, or is it just a tavern?
It's just a tavern.
We do not have beds here.
all right. Let me find the
Would I know a place that does have beds?
Probably somewhere further into the town.
I could lead you somewhere that would have beds,
That'd be nice.
and I'll take the lead.
As you make your way in, you progress further into the streets, and as you do, you make your way kind of past an assembly yard, and the assembly yard is basically where everybody works, and it's almost completely empty, save for one gnome who's out there, older looking male gnome. And he is currently cleaning like this workstation, and he kind of sees the three of you making your kind of walking your way along, and he just kind of gives like a curious look over. I don't recognize the three of you. Did you come to Upper Duke just for the celebrations, the drinks, partying?
passing through.
You're passing through Upper Duke? Nobody passes through Upper Duke. If they're passing through Upper Duke, that means they're joining in on the festivities, or they're trying to get some new magical invention that we gotta make that during the day. They think we could just pop this stuff out like candy.
The city of Hupperdook is famous for their festivities at night.
So I've heard.
I've never heard of this place before.
Or the lot of you. Name's Obby Shutterstone.
Stella.
Stella Lay.
Emery?
Emery, do you think about that one?
Yeah.
Don't remember your name? Did you wake up with a bump on your head? Don't remember it? Never mind, I won't pry. I know you, beer butt.
Okay.
Well, you look like the adventuring type, and if you're the adventuring type, you should make your way further into the city and talk to one of the watchmasters, Bram Gulschwaddle. He could set you up with some work if you need it. Need some coin, or you need maybe some favors, some betting, some friends, I don't know. You go talk to him.
Who?
His name's Bram, Watchmaster Bram.
Sure. Where can I find him?
He might be somewhere in town. Walking around somewhere. Normally doesn't party too hard during the nighttime like me. I got my partying days out when I was younger.
I'll turn to you. Say, I apologize for my memory banks. What was your name again?
Stella.
Stella Lay?
So that you guys know, the city of Hupperdook is kind of on the side of like a mountain.
Yeah.
So it's
What races?
yeah.
What race?
Drow.
The Dark Elves. The Dark Elves. Just for an example.
I love that I can just BS my notes as Beerbot's memory bank.
This is the map of the town. And you guys are probably around, if I can find my mouse.
It's over here.
That happened a while ago.
It did?
You guys are about here.
Okay.
And this is like the mountainside.
Yeah.
And the city just kind of continues going upwards and upwards and upwards and upwards. To the mountainside.
Not cute. $5 for my boy Beerbot. Thank you.
For my boy Beer Butt. He says, you know what? You might be able to find him in the idlework shelf.
Where would that be?
That's in the way upper city.
Alright.
Have I ever been there, Jacob?
Probably not. That's more of like a business side of the
Okay.
town, and also where like the guards and them conduct their business and whatnot. So you probably haven't been there.
There is much trade there, and soldiers, guards.
Okay.
I have never been there personally, but my boss has before. Very likely.
And barracks. There's barracks up there as well.
Okay.
Then I'll go there, I think.
I suppose so.
You guys continue on. You've blindly following along, having nothing better to do, and the two of you are like, well, if I'm gonna find something,
Until
I
I
guess
get
I'll
a
find
new- until I
something
get
in
a-
this strange town.
Until I get a new designation. That's
Pretty
what
much.
I'm doing.
And the peace of the evening is shattered by the deafening crack of a massive explosion that rocks the southeast part of the city. At the base of the mountain, shards of rock spray the street 100 yards from where you stand. Heavy smoke billows from a cavernous hole in the mountain wall. As you shake the ringing from your ears, 6 cloaked figures appear in the street, running from the source of the explosion and charging straight towards you. I would like to ask each of you, how do you react?
What do they look like? The people?
They're just like shrouded, and like hoods over their heads. But the one in a lot of them are really short. But there's somebody leading them that is much, much taller than even you. So it's like a bunch of like 3 to 4 foot creatures in hoods, and then one person running forward, maybe like 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall, and they're just like running through the street directly towards you
Are they running from something or just?
from that
From
explosion.
the explosion.
I'm going to.
Are you gonna do? How do you react initially?
Get out of the way
You're just gonna get out of the way. All right.
and maybe prepare to attack.
Maybe prepare to attack. Your initial instinct is to move. What do you do? Initial instinct.
Initially, instinct, draw the bow but not fire.
Okay, draw the bow. What are you doing?
I will step out of the way.
Step out of the way. As soon as you do so, you watch as they get closer and closer towards you, and I'm gonna have everybody go ahead and roll me initiative, and I have a map for you.
Aww.
Oh.
I rolled really bad.
Me too.
And if you would like, here's a little image of the
199
current
Kate.
scene.
Oh.
199 Kate Cook. What? WTF?
Oh.
Sunday stream. Fart sandwich avocado bean.
Oh,
Is she
fart
a-
sandwich avocado beam.
Thanks, Cade.
Good rhyme.
Is that the tall person in front?
Yes, you are now aware she is
Oh,
a Goliath.
Goliath.
And
With
the
a
creatures
bunch
running
of
out behind her
kobolds.
are a bunch of kobolds.
You know what? I guess it was kobolds, but I was like, is it just a really tall dragonborn? Like, is it Goliath? Okay.
Alright, let's pull this map up. If you guys want to go ahead and put your minis down on the in
Oh, we should have grabbed you minis, huh?
Huh? It's okay.
Or do you have the auto?
Oh yeah, you should actually grab me some minis. That'd be nice.
How many do you need? How many little babes?
Just grab a bunch.
Actually, don't worry about it for now. I'm just gonna have this over for reference for the current moment, and we may not need your minis completely directly. So
I think what he's saying is we're gonna do Theater of the Mind right now.
Beerbot, what'd you get?
On my initiative, a 12.
12. Stellalay
7.
and Emery.
4. Sorry,
Wow.
I forgot my own name.
A lot of you watch as this group of people begin to run by, and
Email?
Yes.
This
Okay.
and robot.
who didn't step out of the way? You?
I did not.
All right, so they are barreling towards you, and all of them go before you, and they literally, and the one lady kind of moves forward, and she kind of smirks for a moment, and she says, "Get out of my way," and she gets forward, and she's gonna, just barrel you out of the way. She's not necessarily doing damage, but I need you to roll an acrobatics check or an athletics check.
Would both of those keep her in the way or out of the way? Out of curiosity. Because if she was acrobatics, does it assume that she's letting...
She's like dodging it.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
All right.
17.
It does not beat her 21.
Oh my
as she
goodness.
flies towards you, and an immense amount of strength comes from her very bulked arm with the stripes all over the side of it. And she goes over and she hits you on the side. You don't take any damage, but you're
No.
forcibly shoved off towards the side as she barrels past you. She technically does not disengage. If you would like to reaction attack her, you can.
Holy crap.
No, I don't think I will.
Torba scared you?
Yes.
Dash of doors are here.
The dash of doors.
Out of the car, the ranch that I had a hole in it.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's fine.
Sorry.
There's someone at the door right
So,
now.
something had a hole in it.
It was the ranch.
The ranch had a hole in
Oh,
it?
the ranch had a hole in
I'm
it.
sorry, you got round table?
I got hands.
Why did you get 2 small pizzas?
You know, I
Not
got.
sponsored.
I got.
Anyways, are you going to opportunity attack her or no?
No.
All right, she barrels past you, and as as one of the other little creatures runs by, you watch as the small kobold.
Is she carrying anything?
She is.
Oh, yeah, that's important, huh?
Yeah.
Like, is she did they steal something?
Yeah, no, I know. We're in.
She has a long sword, but that's all you can see.
We're in lockdown, but food delivery services still work.
Yeah, if it's deemed essential, you can still do
And
shit. So.
food product is essential, so all the restaurants in town are open. But you can't,
You can't
dine
stay.
in.
You
Yep,
go.
you cannot dine in.
One of the hooded kobolds begins to run over, and as you're kind of pushed out of the way, and she kind of steps off, her hair kind of flying off in the distance, her sword kind of clanging down on her side. You see what?
Wig snatched.
One of the hooded kobolds turns and looks at you, and he takes out his short sword and he looks at you as all the other ones are running to the side of him, and he goes, "No witnesses." And he takes his sword and he starts to run forward. One of the other kobolds says, "The mission," and he goes, "Yes," and turns and runs with the rest of them. And they are moving their way towards the other side of the map, basically, tending their way off this way.
How far did they get?
All 3 of you are going to get a turn. Are all of you going to use you? Are you?
I am going to act.
All right. What are
Maybe.
you doing? It is your turn.
Okay, so how far away are they from me?
30 feet.
What is my designation? Shall I grab one of the small ones?
Yes. Grab the one. I point to the one. I yelled.
He's got a
no
dagger.
witnesses.
I'll go over to him.
You start barreling after them and running, and as that one's running, he turns around, he's like,
My speed is 30.
All right.
What do you have? A knife.
No.
And as I walk over, I'll just say, you'll just hear it's like this, like it's not even his voice. It's like this, like female, like notice sound, and it's just like entering battle mode.
All of the one is just like, he's gonna kill me! He's gonna kill me!
And I'm going to rage.
Instant kill mode activated.
I now have advantage on my athletics check to grapple him.
Okay,
God,
you're gonna grab him.
Beerbot pulls out a Glock.
21 to grapple.
21 to grapple. That's a 10. You go over, you reach down, and you pick him up, and he's just like flailing in the air, and he's like, nah, put me down! Well, technically you grappled him, so he's still on the ground. You've just held on to him.
You have things to answer for.
The rest of them are like slowly running away. I presume that's your turn.
That is my turn.
Stella Light.
I'm gonna just kind of watch where they're going, but I'm not gonna. And
You're, like,
maybe,
slowly watching?
Maybe just try and catch up to you, but that's about
You
it.
catch up, Emery.
Can I move back towards the explosion to see what happened?
Yeah, you turn and you kind of look over towards the explosion. It's a good couple hundred feet away from where all of that was happening. And there's shrapnel that's kind of landed nearby. And you notice a group is moving closer, and you can designate it's likely Crown's Guard.
Let me know if I or the kobold are being attacked.
Okay. And they're making their way over. Do you want to go that way?
Can I move towards them? Yeah.
Yeah, you move toward them. It is the kobold's turn, and you watch as he and the rest of them they leave, and you watch as he turns and he says, "Do not ruin the mission." And one turns, he says, "I'll remember you," and he says, "No witnesses." And then you watch as the Goliath in the front, she snaps and she twiddles her fingers into the air. A fog cloud appears in the middle of the road, and all of them are immediately obscured. And the one at the end holds out his hand, and it's just enveloped with smoke. And he watches; they have all disappeared except for the one that you're holding on to. Okay. And he looks over towards you, and he just holds up his eyes, and he.
Is he attempting to stab himself?
No, he.
Okay.
Pushes a button down on his side. It is your turn. And he just stares at you.
Oh no.
He's got a bomb!
What are you doing?
Could I...
What are you doing?
Could I roll intelligence to try to figure out what he just did?
Yeah, sure. Roll an investigation check.
Investigation. Alright. Seems regular intelligence for me. 13.
13. You go over and you literally just look down and go through his pocket, and you just see what looks like a small device, and it is acorn-sized, and it is implanted into his skin.
Oh.
And it is literally going, and it's going.
Like something's coming out of it?
No, it's just making that noise, a high-pitched kind of whirring and wheezing and ticking noise.
They're little bombers. That is crazy.
Okay, I know what I want to do.
What are you doing?
So my immediate thought is something bad is going to happen,
Yep.
and I do not want any innocents to be harmed. So, if you will allow me, I have that little plate.
Okay.
It's a shield.
Okay.
I was just using it.
Got
to
it.
shove.
It's a plate. Perfect.
And so what I would like to do is I would like to shove the kobold to the ground.
Okay.
Make
And
the
put-
shield come out and then put it over him.
You put him to the ground, you put the shield over on top of him, and I'm waiting for Spencer. You push him down to the ground, and literally you put him down, and you put the shield over top of him, and it's literally just like a muffled... We're out of combat.
How far away is he from me?
You turn around. You see all of the group kind of catch up with the rest of you, and you kind of turn over. Do you pull the shield up?
I'll kind of. I mean, yeah.
You pull over the shield, and it is literally a messy viscera of exploded, bloody
Doesn't
kobold
look like that
bits.
explosion would have hit more people if I hadn't.
No,
Not
it wasn't that strong. It was just kind of like a, and I was like, oh, and
Be
he's
safe.
like, oh, and he's just gone.
At all. it'll like fold in of itself. Well, it'll fold into itself, which I assume would probably get rid of most of the viscera off of it. And
Fucking
designation asshole kobold had a bomb in his heart.
Yeah.
Numerous citizens and members of the Crown's Guard immediately respond to the situation and flood the area. You watch as kind of pushing through as people are like, what's going on? What happened? And are trying to figure out what's going on. Watchmaster Brown, which you can tell who he is as he looks kind of like the head guard, steps forward. He's a male gnome in kind of like Crown's Guard's gear. And he steps forward and he looks towards all of you, hand down on a sword, and he says, "Who are you? Tell me."
Emery?
Stella Lay.
Stella Lay.
I am 8EER80T designation beerbot.
All right. What were you doing out here? What happened?
I was coming to find you.
Yeah,
Actually.
we were directed towards you, and then explosion happened.
Do I know the name?
Saw the explosion?
Yes. Do I know the
Anybody
name of
run
my
through
boss?
here?
Some little things.
Some more of these and a
Points
Goliath
at-
woman.
He's like, "What is that?" He kind of points towards
A very
the
small.
I believe it is
Puddle.
Lizard creature of some sort?
the remains of a kobold. I
Yeah,
am
I didn't believe
a
that.
decommissioned soldier unit repurposed.
I got a question.
He did not give us a choice. It was himself that blew himself up.
Yeah, we didn't attack. We were
You're
just
telling me he blew himself up?
Yes, he had a device in his chest.
Shit. Well. All right. We'll say I believe you. Kind of looks over and he says, "You said you were coming to find me."
I was told you can give me a job in return for a room
I can. Just so happens a job has just popped up.
So it seems.
to chase the tiny.
Hey, you adventurers,
Dragons?
right?
Close enough to it, at least.
Good. I could use you. That'd be great. I noticed by your attire and equipment, you seem to be the adventuring type, though you look more like a waiter.
What's the name of that gnome that's my boss?
Dumph.
Dump?
It's
I am-
It's Dumph.
Okay. I am currently commissioned to dump a
I know it.
tavern owner, but I am a decommissioned soldier bot and can operate that way if needed.
I would appreciate that. I need some more instigators, investigators, inquisitors, you know the type, to help me out with this and what's going on.
I believe your designation outranks his, so I will do as you ask.
Good, good. Well, I know how you people operate, and I'd be willing to hire you. The one leading that pack there, we know who she is. Her name's Skin Zabris. She's a Goliath. Prisoner of war. I have no idea who those kobolds were. She was in our prisons.
Oh, they broke her out.
They did. And I will offer a bounty of 500 gold pieces if you bring her back.
You say
Alive?
Yes, alive.
it's D&D Beyond Breaks. Can you write down her name and stuff?
It seems like
I would not like you to kill her, but in the unfortunate event that she does die, you will still have done your job.
What was her name?
But I want her alive.
Skin.
Sken. Sken. Zabris. Zabriss.
You say that she is a prisoner of war. May I ask what war?
Let's not get too much into the details here, alright? I just need her
Understood.
found and brought back.
And it seemed like those kobolds were willing to give their own lives for, well, they literally did.
Yes,
For whatever
they
cause.
said no witnesses.
Yes. Almost stabbed me in the process.
Will you accept this contract? I need all the help I can get. Great, thank you very much. And he kind of summons one of the guards over towards him, brings him a small piece of paper, and he holds out a feather pen, and he gives you the pen and has you sign. And he asks you to sign. In big letters, and then
Spell out the designation
Alright.
phonetically.
I'm not a monster. He kind of jingles his coin purse a bit and holds it up front, and he hands. He kind of looks for it. He says, "Should I hand this to as the leader here?"
Really? Okay.
He hands it to you. There's half up front, and the rest when you get back. When you bring her back. So he hands you 250 gold pieces.
Jacob, are Warforged affected by healing potions?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I give everyone 83.
All right. And at this point in time, you guys are free to investigate what the hell has happened here in Hupperduke. You can make your way to Upper Hupperduke if you'd like, towards the Gearhole Prison, or you can head really anywhere. But I will bring up a map that kind of shows you where everything is.
I'd like to go to Upper Hupperduke.
Upper Hupperduke?
Yep.
Sure.
Upper Hupperduke of... I was trying
Yep.
to come up with more stuff, but I can't. The pupper of Upper Hupperduke.
Here's a map for you.
And one of the places we could have headed to is Upper Hupperduke, which has the
Prison, I think you said.
prison in it.
That is the Gearhole Prison, and the Gearhole Prison is H2.
H2. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Gearhole Prison. Okay.
So you see where H1 is? That's where you guys were. That's where you guys currently are, is H1. In the Iron Lot
Trying to
streets.
find it right now. Oh, okay. I see.
And they ran that way,
Choose down
obviously.
here. And they ran up this way.
Yeah, they ran. It's. I'm not. I'm just saying this because it's obvious to you guys. We're here, and they kind of ran this way, which is where you guys were.
And then where did they
here.
go from there? Like what?
They
direction were running?
they went down this road and Fog Cloud.
Okay, so from right here we have no idea.
Yes.
Okay.
They could still be in the city.
They probably are still in the city.
I'm gonna actually... Is the park cloud lifted at this point?
Is the Fog Cloud is gone? Yes.
Okay.
It took a little while for it to go, but it is
Which
eventually
is
gone.
possible. Oh, I'll look down at the floor. What is the floor? Is it stoned?
Yeah. The stone road.
It is very unlikely there are tracks.
Unlikely. Not impossible. Especially if there's any sort of mud or grime in the area. Could potentially find something. I want to try and search to see if there's any sort of tracks.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
I would assist, but this is not my
I could help. Is it
preferred.
survival or investigation?
Survival to find tracks.
That's checked.
That's checked.
Oh, that was a 10 too.
18?
18.
And I roll a 14.
Give me a moment.
Okay. Then I will also take a moment.
Shadow Architect. I'm loving tonight's episode of Critical Role.
I know, right? It's off-brand Critical Role.
As I sit here eating your pizza.
You find a good amount of footprints. The two of you do, and as you kind of follow them, you notice as they head down that road south, and through the different streets, a couple through alleyways, and then eventually you find that they just disappear into a muddy street where there should be footprints. You notice as water has been spilled everywhere, all over the place. Buckets and barrels scattered all over the street. And you determine that they likely have done this to cover their tracks. But you find nothing. The tracks kind of end right towards the outside of city. You are certain of one thing. They definitely left the city.
Okay.
And there is still the smoke coming out of the Gearhole prison.
That'll probably be the next place we should
It
go.
may be prudent to check the prison.
That's what I'm thinking.
I am familiar with prisons in locations such as this
You go ahead and
and
lead the way, because I am not.
may be able to note inconsistencies.
From VG. Critical XP to level roll.
And I'll start heading towards the prison.
Okay.
Do we have anything that is showing that we're currently working for?
I am so sorry, I completely forgot that. Yes, when he handed out the contracts, what is his name? Watchmaster Bram gave you each a emblem, a copper and gold badge that indicates that you are working under his authority.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I assume you make your way to the Gearhole prison. It's easy to see the metallic sheen of many tall steel plates affixed to the mountainside. The outer walls of Gearhole prison. Moonlight and still smoldering fires frame the billowing smoke that pours from a gaping cavity in the rock and metal, marking the violent escape route taken by the Goliath and our accomplices. You see that there are multiple members of the Crown's Guard. They are currently on site. And as you kind of make your way over, they kind of hold up their hands and come forward. And you guys are aware of members of the Crown's Guard. These are every town has its normal guards, and then there's the Crown's Guard. And the Crown's Guard are like a higher tier guard directly from the Empire. And they occupy every city across the Dwendalian Empire and the Marrow Valley. And as they step forward, they kind of look over towards you, two of them, and I'll hold up their hands and say, "Citizens, step back. It's a crime scene. You make your way along."
I'll raise up the emblem.
The emblem.
We're working under the Watchmaster's
Direction.
assignage.
Oh, I didn't notice. Excuse me. Sorry. Please, make your way along. And they kind of bring you in.
Is there anything on him that marks, like, what his rank is? Crown's Guards, I don't think there would be a rank on him necessarily. Okay.
There's just kind of like one tier Crown's Guard.
Gotcha.
And
Just being
this
Crown's
one kind
Guard
of
is
learns,
high
and,
rank. It's like-
and he just says, "Follow me. I'll lead you to the scene of the crime."
Thank you.
A 10-foot wide hole edged with twisted steel and jagged rock opens up above a pile of rubble. Beyond the hole is a badly damaged stone prison cell. Little more than a soot-stained walls and an overturned bed charred on one side. A thin skylight above the hole matches others alongside it in the steel wall, and was apparently the cell's window. A mangled chamber pot is embedded in the right wall, where an elf in a long leather coat, where an elf in a long leather coat is pulling it from the stone. She pockets 3 charred pieces of paper from the brass pot while returning and acknowledging your presence. Ah, and you are the rabble investigating the scene. Come to see it for yourself.
Yes.
Well, I've already. Oh no, you're working under the. Oh, I see. Well, I found everything already. You don't need to worry about that. So,
I apologize. I must insist that we also see the evidence, as it was the Watchmaster that put us in charge.
Well, I got here first.
Could I roll persuasion on that?
Sure.
I'm not super good at this, but I am somewhat good at this. And I'm not very good at this.
She says, my work is my own. And she kind of holds out her hand. Yinra Emberwind, bounty hunter from the idlework shelf. I'll be finding Shen before you will. Good luck finding any clues after I'm done finding the rest of them.
Shouldn't we be working together rather than separately?
I'm in this for the coin. And I want all of it. I don't need to share it with the rest of you.
You're here for the wrong reasons.
Fine. 50 gold pieces. And I'll give you what I found.
20. Oh,
I just give it.
You say 20 and you give her 50?
Yep.
You give her 50 gold pieces. And she says, interesting. She hands you a charred piece of paper.
I'm going to insight to make sure that she is not holding
Can
stuff back still.
I investigate this room?
And if I had the time, I would have printed this out for you, but I did
Was
not.
that 13?
And I also do not have a printer. However, I will show it to you.
It was a 13, just so you know.
A 13.
Yeah. Worry not, I am an ally of your... Oh.
I got 2 there. What'd you get in your insight?
13.
On her?
Mm-hmm.
She seems,
Making sure she's handing over, like...
everything?
What she's found, not...
Yeah, you gather that she's a bounty hunter. She respects money and that kind of code. Though she's being, a bitch about it is different. But she's like, that's what I found. She seems confident that, like, I don't need this in order to continue my investigation.
Beerbot from the old days is probably very used to bounty hunters.
Yes, exactly.
Meddling and
she says, "Good luck," and she makes her way out. And you guys are now alone in this room. A sake for the Crown's Guard.
Bounty hunters in the older days when I still worked as a soldier were known as the scourge of our job. As you can see.
Yeah.
What's up?
Can I investigate?
I'm not in this for...
You can investigate.
I have been requisitioned here.
Yes, yeah.
That doesn't count, does it?
I think it does.
It fell off.
I would like to ask you, there is the overturned bed and there is the rubble. Which one would you like to investigate?
The rubble?
All right,
Can
the
I do
rubble.
both?
Are you like trying
I'll
to
let you
lift
one
it
at a
up?
time.
Okay.
Are you
The
trying to
rubble,
move the
All
rubble?
right, the rubble.
which would be a 7. 'cause
A 7?
I rolled very poorly.
You go over and kick the rubble around and kind of move through and you don't find anything.
Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to the bed.
Okay, roll investigation.
Crit.
Crit.
Oh, okay.
So 24.
You find a jagged, fist-sized shard of bronze lodged in the bed. And you kind of take and sniff it a bit and kind of inspect it. It smells strongly of sulfur and burned blasting powder. And you guys know what blasting powder is. It's a thing in Wildemount. It's basically gunpowder. And it doesn't match any other objects in the cell.
Could I ask a question? Mm-hmm. The way that the rubble is fallen, does it look like it was blasted in or blasted out?
Roll investigation.
Come on.
So that definitely came from whatever
Cool.
explosive device was used.
This would be a 15.
Can I see the paper?
I rolled a 2.
I'm waiting for him to-
You notice there were multiple simultaneous explosions at various points on the inside wall. You also make a discovery within the loose rock. A strange, flat automaton the size of a dinner plate. It appears to be made from iron. It resembles a crab and is damaged beyond the point of functionality. Its size means it would have fit through the skylight. Because there's a skylight at the top. You notice that there were not one, but multiple along the inside of the wall.
I assume that this thing would not have the equivalent of memory banks that I would be able to access.
No, and if it did, it's beyond damaged.
Okay. Are any of the guards here? Still?
Yes.
I will turn to the guards.
Okay.
And lift up the automaton, and I will say, the blasts appear to have happened from inside the cell, likely due to this.
That's why I'm thinking things about.
Do we know?
Ginra didn't find that.
Do we know anyone that could have built something such as this for a prison escape?
Maybe. The only other person I know that makes things like that is master maker Clef Tinkertop. His shop's in the idle work shelf. They've been closed ever since the war picked up. But we keep him and his daughter Rissa working on warfare designs. Down in the builder's plot.
What was his name? Master Maker?
Master maker Clef Tinkertop.
Clef Tinkertop. And his shop, and he does war designs.
And the builder's plot.
Designs and the
His shop is in the idle work shelf.
builder's plot shop and the idle work shelf, currently closed due to war.
At the very least, we should visit them. Whether or not they have any knowledge of this particular make, or might know some Natsu does.
Yes, what did the note say, if I may ask?
I'll give it to her.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Jacob to flip it around.
Could you
so
flip the
I can-
note around so we can read it?
So sorry.
Fine.
It's very badly damaged, but this definitely was given to the Goliath before.
Likely by this automaton.
Likely.
And
Or-
all like, Jacob, all like, ting ting.
You just put it in your chest?
Yep.
Perfect.
Worry not, I am an ally of your...
Stand back.
No questions. Take this ring and follow to my humble domain. Stand back. This definitely was part of the automaton's job.
So,
Yes.
I'm gonna, Jacob screwed up a little bit. Let me, so you guys roll that survival check. Let me give you two things. They actually didn't head south. So when you saw them kind of head this way, you know that they headed this way. Then their tracks got lost.
Okay.
You are aware, however, that their tracks were so easily findable because on their boots they had like crimson-like mud on their feet.
Does that crimson-like mud, is there any replication of
Nope.
it here?
Where did the mud come
Perhaps-
from then?
Perhaps we should follow the same route they would have taken. Out of this hole and towards the street. And we will see what they were what they had found.
I don't know. Because that mud had to come after or during what happened here, because there's none in here.
Yes. And what I mean is, if we take a route
Yeah,
out and towards here, maybe we could find it.
maybe.
Or it was an intentional distraction. Meant to make us think that they were
I
going
don't know
north.
about that. If you're on the run, you wouldn't think that hard about that type of stuff. If you're on the run, if it's someone else that's planned the whole escape, then potentially.
That is true. The kobolds did not seem to be the smartest of people.
No. The master, I'm assuming there's someone else. But
Sir Crownsguard, have
I
you
doubt the
ever
kobolds built those.
ever seen kobolds here before today?
No, I don't see kobolds a whole lot. Anytime I see them, it's normally a problem.
Who are they?
Scourge a lot of them.
Who are they normally allied with when they come?
Allied with, I don't know.
Okay, they are typically working as bandits then. I wonder why they have broken this person out of prison.
I'm assuming they're working for someone. Concerning the notes, came from a very specific ally, a very specific person.
Hey, if you're looking
Yes.
for more on that mud that was on their feet, I have a little bit of information. I think if you wanted to, I don't know much about it, but there could be. Well, there's a herbalist shop in town called the Lay of the Land. Herbalist there may know something about it.
Would not be a bad idea. Thank you for the information.
That's all I really know.
Yeah.
I could scoop some of it up in a mug and take it to the herbalist.
We should do that. We should check in with this inventor.
Perhaps the herbalist first, as it is potentially it is possible that the master maker is the one who has created this contraption,
Yeah.
or I should say this design.
Where's the herbalist's shop?
Herbalist shop is
What do you know where they are specifically right now?
not sure. You might be able to find him in the morning. It's you could always check though. Never know.
Yeah.
Mimi H, $2. Beer ball is my favorite. Thank you. I am under your directions. Where shall we go first?
Since you're the one who took the money, apparently you're the one that's the leader. Volunteered, at least, in this
Yes,
little group.
you are still my most direct leader.
We could go speak to the master maker.
Right, the master maker and the herbalist.
Yeah. He said the herbalist won't be open till the morning, right?
Wait, I mean, she might be down there. I'm not sure.
This is crime investigation. If we show her the emblems, she will likely have no choice but to
She could be
answer
out.
our questions.
She could
She could be out partying is the
drinking,
thing.
Most
We
people
would know
aren't
if they are there.
in their homes right now, or in their businesses.
Indeed.
It is up to you guys who we go to first then. We could check, and if she is not home, we could
Well, at the very least,
go
we
to
can.
the Master Maker.
Yeah. And at the very least, we can scoop up some of that mud and retain it and figure out what to do from there.
Yes, I could put it in a beer mug and then put the lid on it and put
Yes.
it inside my chest, and no one will know that I have it.
Yeah, very true. Let's go do that then first.
Where are you headed?
To get the mud.
All right, you make your way over toward the Lay of the Land herbalist. Or to get the mud.
Get the mud first.
Got it. I'm ahead of you, sorry. You go down over and you find the crime scene once again where you guys were, and you do find those kind of splotches of that like deep like crimson kind of mud.
Okay, I'll
We've all been corona'd.
open up
I know.
the
No,
little
I don't have to.
little hole in my chest.
Okay.
Pull out a mug and a lid. Scoop some of the mud up into the mug.
All right.
And then
You put
the
it in
lid on
there
it.
easily.
And it's like a twist lid, so I put the lid on and twist it, and it locks it in place, and then put it back in.
Thunk.
Can
Perfect.
I roll nature on the mud?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Figure out what it is.
Roll nature.
14?
All you know is that you go to the mud and you kind of look at it and you kind of bring it together and you kind of move it between your fingers a bit. And it's a bit pasty. It's sticky as well. It's clay.
Clay?
Yeah, no, Tyler just literally will always cough no matter what, so...
I had a persistent
Go back
cough.
stream maybe like a couple of months before all of this was taking off. Tyler's like coughing every 30 seconds to 5 minutes.
I've had persistent cough since New Year's.
Weird.
Yep. I needed to go to the hospital, not the hospital, but the doctors for it, but never did. And now all this is happening, so it's like, I can't really do that now. Not really worth
Because
it.
then I'll get a really
Yeah.
bad cough. And my lungs will fill with fluid and I'll die.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't really want to go
Nope.
to the hospitals nearby because I'll catch the corona. So
Oh, guys, this isn't mud, it's clay.
That is odd. You would think if it was clay, it would have been applied to their feet.
It's clay. It's sticky.
I'll go back. Where does the clay originate from? Like,
That's what was on their feet.
no, right. What I mean is like, does it just start appearing, or does it
It's
like
not
trail
like
back
it's
to
not
something?
super prevalent. It's just like kind of there enough to show their footprints.
Okay.
And it goes all the way back to the prison.
But it doesn't originate at the prison? Like, it's just there?
Is it?
It does originate from the prison, but it is
but there's no.
But like-
there's
but like
rubble
the-
everywhere. You can't find the origination.
But what I mean is, it's not like, oh, they jumped into this hole, or
No.
they jumped out, and as soon as they jumped out, there was like this big like area of clay that they
No,
stepped
that's-
into, and
that's
okay.
not a thing.
Okay.
No.
Because very big whatever part of this plot, the clay got applied during it, during the explosions or whatever, the escape attempt.
Yeah.
Not attempt.
Yes, I still have reason to believe it is just a diversion.
I don't know.
Let's go talk to the herbalist lady if you guys want to.
It is your decision.
Then let's go speak to her.
Okay.
That's good.
If she's not there, we can go talk to the other one.
Navigating the winding streets of the iron lot, you find a wedge-shaped hutch of smoke-stained thatch and warped wood. A faded sign bearing the name Lay of the Land dangles above the door. And it is currently open. There's lights on the inside. It looks like it's currently open.
It appears to be open.
So it
Perhaps
does.
I will offer her a drink if she is inside.
Didn't you just put mud in your cup?
I have 2 cups.
Entering the shaded interior, you are greeted by all manner of smells. Sorry.
Besides me.
Change up the music.
Besides me.
Am I
forgot to
capable
mention
of
that.
smelling?
You're capable of smelling.
Okay.
What? Huh?
He's capable of smelling.
I know. I said something about myself.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Entering the shaded interior, you are greeted by all manner of smells, from pungent fungi to dried weeds to burning incense. A woman turns towards you, where she eats at a corner table, her smiling mouth half filled with food, her voluminous voluminous. Black hair framing her face.
We have $4 from Not Cute. I don't know how much cough drops are, but be healthy.
We have cough drops, don't we?
Of clothing
you
or
want some
drapery,
cough drops?
It
loose.
does so much.
Loose and ample. So she has very long,
Yeah.
kind of like outward hair, kind of going down her body, and she's like, "Hi,
Hello.
I didn't expect anybody. Sorry." And she stands up. She's human.
We did not-
And she says, "What can I do for you? I have many things around the shop. If you need herbalism supplies, any kind of dried weeds, and she kind of pulls a small mushroom.
We have
fungi,
a few questions.
fungi, or I've got some other thing. Right? Question. Sorry.
Yes.
What?
I can offer a drink in return if you could identify this, and I will hand her. I'll open up the mug and hand it to her, and then I'll show her the emblem. We are working under the Watchmaster's orders.
Spreads it onto the ground a little bit.
We believe it's a clay of some sort.
It's clay, all right. This isn't in Hupperduke normally. Where'd you find this?
There was a incident that required us to work for.
Was that the
Watch-
explosion?
Yes.
Whoa, what happened?
I do not know that we are at liberty to say.
Just know that we are investigating.
Well, I've seen this before out of my studies, and I gotta go out and find other kind of herbalist supplies and other special flowers and fungi. Up in the Suburcrial Ridge, this is where this clay comes from. Most definitely, if it's nearby.
Why
Is the what ridge?
It's volcanic caps, long dormant volcanic caps. It's not gonna explode, but that's where the clay comes from. Is all the way up there. What's it doing all the way down here?
We don't know. That's what we're
Not
trying to
at liberty to say?
find. Yes.
Ah,
Well, we thank you very much for the information. It's gonna help us a lot with it.
of course. If you need any, potions of healing, antitoxin, perfume, oil.
Given the scenario at hand,
Alchemy
a
supplies?
healing potion may not be.
It may not be a bad idea.
How much are your healing potions?
50 gold pieces.
How much is an antitoxin?
It's a little steep.
I am strangely not in need of antitoxin.
Antitoxin is about
You do
it's
not
the
say.
same 50 gold pieces.
Do you have one of each?
I do have an antitoxin and a potion of healing.
I could purchase the healing potion.
Do you have two of each?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have one of each?
Yes. She thinks why did you ask? Oh well. And she goes over and she grabs potion of healing and an antitoxin. That's 100 gold pieces.
Am I paying for
You
one?
have 100 gold?
I do.
Interesting. Oh, you do. You are very surprised as she pulls out 100 gold and gives it to her. She's like, oh, thank you very much.
I'll buy one as well.
You guys can share that one.
Aww.
Sharing.
It's 50 gold.
Thank you. And
sword.
I did
I
offer
could work
you.
on making these since we're trapped in our house for
I
Yes,
did
you can.
offer you
Since we're
a
trapped in our
drink
house.
return for information about the clay. Would you like one?
Sorry.
I offered a drink in return.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm not too prevalent to alcoholic substances. Makes my brain sparky.
Would you like a glass of lemonade?
Yeah, a glass of lemonade would be great.
I'll pour a glass of lemonade.
She takes it, she sniffs it, and then you literally watch her grab dirt and put a little on the top, and then put it back in like a plant, and then drink it. Oh, so good. Thank you.
Yes.
Alright. Shall we move on?
As soon as I can get my cup back.
Oh!
If you
She
have
grabs a
something
flower?
else to put it into.
You watch as she kind of unpots it, and then grabs a bigger pot, puts it inside, and then you watch as she holds her hand over it, and she just says, "Alvinzesh," and you watch as dirt fills up inside of it, and she kind of pushes it over towards the side, takes the cup that the dirt was just in, pours lemonade in it, and gives you the cup.
Thank you.
Alright.
Shall we
Yes.
go to
Where
our
did you learn
next
how to do that?
location?
That's a secret.
Treats
Name's Zendeza.
Zendazo. I'm Emery.
Emery. Well, maybe one day you can learn druidic practices. Not from me. I'm sorry, I'm not teaching anyone today.
Druid.
It's her drinking the dirt lemonade.
I'll add it to the list.
So, how do you bathe?
How do I bathe? Why?
No, sorry, never mind. You don't have to answer that.
Like everyone else.
I am
But that's a
periodically.
terrible answer. Like everyone else.
I am periodically doused in various oils.
Interesting.
Would
Does that
that
work
be-
well?
It keeps
I've always wanted to try oil bathing.
it keeps my joints from squeaking.
I'm going to try that. Maybe it'll keep my joints from squeaking.
I do not know if it would work the same for you.
Well,
I
you never know. It might.
I am a machine.
I am a machine made of different parts.
You could.
We're one and the same, you and I.
I like to add some lavender to my bathwater.
Lavender.
It makes me smell nice.
Interesting. I enjoy a bit of lavender.
You asking me now?
How? Yeah, I obviously.
Find a river or a pond or some sort. Nothing
River or
special.
pond method. Very interesting.
Nothing special.
Leeches. Is that a problem for you?
It can be, but as long as you.
Have you ever had a leech?
Yes.
There's some good leeches out there. They'll suck the bad right out of you.
I'll take your word for that.
I don't recommend it, really.
No.
They may be good for some people, not for me. Very interesting. River method. River, lavender, and oil. I'm gonna try the oil.
Well, be careful around flame. I'm gonna go now.
Yeah.
She continues eating.
What was she eating?
Potatoes.
Yeah. It was just.
Weirdest eating potato noise I've ever heard.
Yeah. She put a bunch of it in her mouth.
We will be continuing then. Okay.
Make your way out, and you shut the door behind her.
I swear, everyone in this city is very strange.
Yes.
Even
I think
humans.
that's the strangest person I've ever met.
Yeah. And usually humans are the most.
Does that include me?
Yes.
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. All right. I suppose we can go try and find that master craftsman or whatever.
Yes. To the master craftsman.
The Master Craftsman. You guys head off towards the Master Craftsman at the Gearhole, not the Gearhole prison, the Builder's Plot, correct?
Yes.
Well, I thought that his shop was closed and he was.
Yep. As you make your way towards the outside of the city into the dusty spanks of the assembly yard, you notice that there are no lights, there's nothing on, it is nighttime, people are not working right now.
So we'll have to come back in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go back in the morning?
I suppose so.
There may be no other option.
How far away is the volcanic tops the herbalist was speaking about?
Do we see mountains in the distance?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the
How
way-
tall are they? If the volcanic
Mountain
tops.
tall.
Okay. Well, what I'm talking about is is this going to take hours and hours? Because they were talking about going to the volcanic tops. Is that going to take hours and hours?
You
and
can
hours?
climb
Or
the
is that going to take-
Sir Burkwheel Ridge. Like there's a pass that you can go through that goes up towards it.
How long do we know about how long it would take to get up there?
Make a survival check.
Mind if I roll that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll that. Not me. I have a plus.
I have like the
0.
best survival, and it's only at +2.
We're a party of 3. We're gonna have some weaknesses.
Yeah, 19.
You look up towards it. You think about it. You think about the ridge and how long it'll take. You think 6 hours.
What time is it right now? About?
9 to 10 p.m.
It'll be about 6 hours to get to the volcanoes. If you guys are willing to
Well,
trek through the night.
Is it the way I came?
No. The Sir Burkwheel Pass is.
Hit the map.
Yes, please.
I shall look at the map. It gives me a better moment.
While I am mechanical, unlike the two of you, my body does also require rest. Perhaps we should sleep if you two are also both people that mainly operate during the day.
So if you notice here,
I sleep during the day.
the Suburkwheel Ridge is here, and Hupperduke is here.
Fun for me, generally.
So the Suburkwheel Ridge just is the mountains next to Hupperduke.
Yeah.
So it's no, you didn't come in through that way, but as
Yeah, I came from.
Spencer, you likely came from this direction.
I came
But
from this direction.
this direction. So it would be
both?
going into the mountains, which is
I would say that I
path widely taken.
would require rest before we returned if we were to go up there.
That's just fine.
and as you guys are
I'm
talking,
assuming is that as much.
heading into the city. Whoop, no, not what I wanted. Heading into the city, you see a familiar face. You see an elven woman, long leather coat, stepping inwards, making her way over. And she kind of tightens her gloves a little bit as she gets a little bit closer towards all of you. And she says, "Ah, friends, hello. Are you waiting for the Master Smith to open up his shop?"
At some point, yes.
Oh, we'll see who beats them there first with all of their questions, yes?
You probably will. 'Cause we have
Likely.
some other trails of thought that we're potentially thinking about.
She's like, "What are you looking at out here?"
The stars.
You know, they made their way to the northern side, not the southern.
Yes.
Oh, good. We seem to be on the same page. Well, good luck to you. She makes her way into the town.
She's annoying.
Are we going
Jacob.
to walk?
You said that the. Oh, I see. Wait. Do we have the
Christopher
work
Penguin.
shelf? The idle work shelf?
Moose.
Huh?
The idle work shelf. Do we know where that is?
Yeah.
He could potentially be where his shop normally is, in the idle work shelf.
Moose.
This shop is only because of the war.
Idle works shelf.
Yes,
Possibly, if I don't know if
Come
it's
here.
true.
we could
Hello.
potentially question him tonight.
Possibly.
Shall we pursue that endeavor?
We have a couple of endeavors we can pursue.
So the idlework shelf is like the larger part of Hupperduke. So this is the smallest part of it, and there's winches that go upwards up the side of the mountain into the idlework shelf in Upper Hupperduke, and that's like the main part of the city. But it is divided into two main sections. There's a Silver Falls Grove and the idlework shelf. And the idlework shelf is a largely recreational district that houses the city's evening celebrations, where most of the partying is going on. Is up
It
there.
is very likely that he would be there.
Depends on how much lock and key they have him under.
If he is simply creating the designs, it should not be a problem for him to engage in the festivities. This city is infamous for their festivities, and I do not believe they would leave anyone out of them.
Possibly.
As you could see, even my own boss wanted me to participate.
And you guys know that you guys are currently down here. This is the builder's plot.
Okay.
We have a couple of choices.
I don't mind walking to the mountain.
If we take the mountain route, then the bounty hunter will most definitely get the first dibs on
Yeah.
questioning the workmaster.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully he's around to answer our own questions afterwards.
Are we okay with that?
I'm just want to get this solved, not necessarily whether or not we. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Yes, the question is the importance of the location of where they got the clay versus the importance of the make of this machine.
Either way, we have some time. We have time to kill.
Do we know when the shop would open?
Oh, 8 a.m.
About 9?
And it's 9 right now.
Over 12 hours?
We did 6 hours there, it'd be 3, 6 hours back, it'd be 9.
If you don't sleep,
I was playing sleepless nights myself. Oh. Sleepless days.
Were you both not looking for rooms when we arrived?
Oh yeah,
I
so
don't sleep.
settle down, but
You don't sleep.
why don't you sleep?
Do you
Even I
require
sleep.
Do you require rest
Well, not
like
sleep.
I do?
Well, I usually just sit.
So your body requires time to recharge.
Yeah, but I don't sleep. I just usually read like a book.
I tend to meditate, so
If we did this, then when the final encounter came, we would be very tired. Is that acceptable?
for now, don't know what that entails.
As much as I also am not a fan of bounty hunters, I do not believe that this one knows what she is getting herself into, and would prefer to beat her there so she does not die at the hands of a Goliath woman.
That is her prerogative.
I am at your commands.
Shall we hit the mountains then?
Yes.
all right. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in about 10-ish, 15 minutes, a couple of minutes, and where we will rejoin the rest of the party in their venture towards the mountains in order to beat this bounty hunter, perhaps, or to solve this mystery. We'll be back soon. And okay, there we go. Hey everybody, welcome back.
Shit, we're back.
We had a donation from James Mudge, $5. Does the Master make a lot? I assume so. Probably.
A lot of masterful, master-made things.
Yeah. Well, anyways, welcome back, everybody. We are all definitely not still playing Animal Crossing.
I just got 3,000 bells from selling a bunch of fish.
We sure did.
They're back. No one's saying any swears.
I found a ghost.
Well, fuck you too.
We don't
Oh, shit. Fuck. Damn it.
insert swear words.
Bitch, cunt, fuck. Oh, YouTube just
Oh
demonetized.
yeah, we're demonetized now.
Alright.
Damn it.
So, last we left off, you guys were about to make your way upwards into the up the mountain to the Suburtwheel Ridge toward the top of the Silver Falls. It's going to be roughly a 6-hour journey. You guys are like, we'll power through the night, and we will be able to stay awake and find out what's going on here. As you know, that's where the clay on the kobold's feet possibly were. You guys make your way over towards it in the midst of the night, and you leave the smoky atmosphere of the city for a cleaner mountain air as you begin your hike up the treacherous heights of the Silburkwheel Ridge. The steep climb grows more and more precarious as you go, with pathways becoming thin and hard to traverse among the cliffside trees and gray rock of the mountainside. You keep the silver line of the tumbling waterfall always in your sights, a guide towards your hopeful destination. The mountain pass is very rugged, but there are paths that are easily you can easily navigate, so you don't need to do any ability checks. And ascending to the peak of the falls is going to take about 6 hours.
Oh.
I will go ahead and ask a survival check from everyone proficient.
Proficient in what?
Survival.
Survival.
Why?
Just cuz.
I'm not.
Okay.
21.
This is Mustafa.
You are able to find recent
Just
kobold tracks along the trail. And you kind of look down and you just notice them. Mm-hmm. Like, oh.
Well, they certainly ever here. At least the kobolds.
The kobolds? Mm-hmm. I look down. Oh.
How many sets of tracks are there?
A lot. Difficult to tell.
Many.
Do you think maybe they live up here? Lived up here?
Possibly. I don't
I
know.
know. You want her.
Come on, Mustafa.
It is very possible, but I do not know if they are.
Should we be careful?
More likely.
Alright.
How well are you guys being quiet?
I am a machine.
I know, that's the issue.
I'm alright
I
at
am
it.
not very good at the quiet stuff.
Then perhaps you can be the bait.
I can do it. I can hide.
Is there a way to try and be quieter up here? Kind of
You guys can
In
make
case-
me a kind of like a stealth check.
a passive stealth.
Yeah,
passive, but-
it's not really passive stealth, but I'll take a stealth check.
Yeah.
16.
For me
I
too.
rolled poorly.
16. Okay.
Poorly. 12.
Okay.
Oh,
One second. I rolled poorly. 12.
Rolled a 7.
Colton actually rolled poorly.
Dirty 1.
Well, your clanking warforged follows behind as you follow. Do you want to follow the tracks?
Sure. Yeah.
The recent kobold tracks that are leading up the mountain, you can follow them, and they effectively, as they lead forward and upwards and towards almost like a quicker route, they cut your time travel in half.
Ooh.
And you get up in about 3 hours. However, each hour requires a D8 roll.
Oh no. Oh no.
Go ahead and somebody roll me. Let's go. It's 3 hours. 3
I
hours.
rolled a dirty 1.
So roll me a D8.
Ha! 6.
6.
You almost threw it out of the box.
I'm sorry. Is this a box?
Yes.
It's leather.
Yeah, a box can be leather, but it's more of a tray, sure, but a tray is made of plastic usually, but this one's made of leather, so
Stupid, dumb, dumb.
It's as much as a box.
And as you guys are walking along, what's all of y'all's past perceptions?
Ooh.
10.
I
10?
think someone just roasted Logan in the chat.
Oh, really?
They said at least he isn't rolling on his keyboard.
Fucking Logan.
12.
12. You are all aware. You can hear something. Sounds like footprints behind you. Footprints. Sounds like footprints. I can hear them. It sounds like footsteps from behind you. They don't sound bipedal. They sound like
A quadruped.
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 Shield.
Shield
Turn
comes
around.
out. Turn around. So you turn around, you see stalking behind you, 30 feet away, the two creatures down on the ground. Are two wolves, and they have followed you to this point, yes. They step forward, growling, snarling. And you're all looking at your phone, so you
I'm
don't
not-
see it jump at you. Roll initiative.
I'm not.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the roll
Yeah,
initiative.
you were like initiating. It felt like you
Here,
were
bud.
in a description. 12.
I was peeling my orange.
I know, I like to look at people into the description, not...
I was peeling my orange.
Emery?
I got a 13.
Sorry. Warp.
Stella Lake?
6.
The first wolf goes first, and
Really?
it turns and it looks at all of you, you being the loudest going on up here, but not made of succulent, delicious meat. Instead, Emery, you look like a far better snack, as this one runs over
Emery,
towards
you
you
look
and
like
is going to
a
bite
snack.
you.
Wait.
I do have a 19 charisma.
Very delicious.
Go ahead.
No, she's not allowed to peel her damn orange.
What's your
12?
11.
Does he 12 hit you?
Oh, 12 is my own class. Sorry.
I will use my reaction, Defender,
Okay.
and add 2 to her AC with
Oh.
the shield.
You can do it even when after the attack?
Yep. I must choose before damage is rolled.
So you
So I can choose either to give 2 AC to her or take the attack myself.
You just kind of slide in front, hit the wolf as its face kind of hits over the ground, and it kind of looks over, just, still growling, still ready to fight. Emery, what are you doing?
How far away are they?
Well, one's right in front of you, the other one's 30 feet away.
Oh,
Thanks for leaving all of your cat hair behind, Moose.
Moose says, fuck you. I'm going to cast.
Your AC is 12?
Yep.
I just realized that you said that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Toll the Dead on the one in front of me.
Toll the Dead, interesting. What save is that?
I'm out here confusing the chat. It's a wisdom save.
We out here confusing the chat. You can cast Toll the Dead.
I can.
Thinking things.
I can. You can come look at my character sheet.
Interesting. What's the save?
14.
14 for what? Charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? That is a 5.
Oh, well, then he.
Jacob,
Or
you
she-
literally did it with yours. You should know that that's possible.
I didn't.
Ooh, max damage. 8.
8?
8.
8 damage?
Yep.
Whoa. That's a lot of
As
damage.
to not spoil it.
Stomps.
You're correct. I forgot. All right. The wolf, the one directly in front of you, you did that damage to?
Yes.
It kind of like squints its eyes a bit, and it's kind of like biting at the air as you do that. Beerbot.
Removed most of the cat hair, and I do not see a need to enter battle mode yet. Shield,
Okay.
battle axe.
Just regular beer mode.
Fear mode.
There are 2 wolves.
we
There
know
are
of.
2 of them.
You just hit one pretty hard.
I did. Mustafa.
I'll have one more left over. Yeah, I'll enter battle mode.
You're gonna enter battle mode.
Yep. And may I flank this wolf?
You can flank this wolf
Alright,
for
and
a
I
+2.
will Flank the wolf. Oh, that's right. We're doing that rule.
+2.
I need that +2. That would be a... Shit. 15.
15 is going to hit. Roll damage.
Awesome. And since I am Path of the Zealot,
Path of the Zealot.
the first creature I hit on each of my turns with a weapon attack while I'm raging takes extra damage equal to 1d6 plus half my barbarian level. So it will take an extra d6 plus 2 damage.
Just extra damage, just in general?
Yep.
Wow.
And the damage is radiant.
Very cool.
So...
Julie said, never piss off your bartender. Facts.
Oh, and the extra d6. Nope, that is the extra d6. I'm stupid. So that's... 18 damage.
Hashtag beer mode.
18 damage.
18 damage. Okay, you have an axe?
Battle axe.
You literally slice it in half, down to the torso. Its guts spill out everywhere. You can see the bones on the inside of it as it like whimpers out, falls to the ground in 2 different pieces. Its legs move for a little bit until it just slowly dies. You overkilled that thing hard.
Stop making us fight animals.
Eliminate
The other
enemies.
wolf runs away
Oh.
into the distance. It just sees the situation and goes, nope, and fucks off. And the wolf is now gone.
As you would expect.
Alright. You guys are outside of combat.
I'll be right back for a second.
Okay.
My parents are locked out of the house.
Oh! Amazing. Your character goes off to pee.
Poop is a bonus action.
Poop is a... What are you talking about? Poop is concentration for a minute.
For men.
We know, but hey.
Sorry, I forgot it was,
What would you guys like to do?
continue?
So when just so you know, when he enters battle mode, there is that voice that says entering battle mode, and the only thing that changes is his eyes go from just like these like black dots that are like just holes in his helmet to a crimson red color.
Nice.
And so as he turns to you, the crimson fades out. Enemies eliminated. Shall we continue?
Yes.
All right.
When she gets back from using the bathroom.
Can you
Oh,
roll
yes.
me a d8, please?
Yes, I can. Red or gray?
Red.
They're like the same type of. 7.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's starting to sprinkle outside.
Oh, very nice. As you guys finish off the wolves, I assume you didn't want to do anything else as you continue. You rolled the d8 and got 7.
I did.
As you are going along, continuing through the night, you guys keep on going. Another hour goes by, and in the sky, above you, you hear it's like wings. You see something flying up in the air, looks like a bird, and you hear.
Have I heard, like, could I see if I could identify that specific...
Sure.
What would that be? Would that be nature?
Nature.
Oh. Always a chance of a lucky roll, isn't there? Maybe my soldiers had used that type of bird before, and I recognize the scream. 11.
11. Sounds like an eagle.
Are they not...
And then
Let me...
it gets closer downwards.
Do either of you know if eagles are natural to these locations?
No, I haven't been in this area for long.
Oh.
It gets even closer and circles around a little bit more. And you see on the back of this eagle, horse legs. Hits one of the trees, circles back around,
I do not think it is an eagle.
and you hear as it flies even further and begins to attack you. You see this large hippogriff come downwards, ready to fight. Go ahead and roll initiative once again.
Oh, shit. Too bad that's a 19 and not a crit.
Emery.
3.
Your bot.
What?
19
And
because
what's
it
an
would
eagle?
be a crit.
Stellale.
18.
Beerbot, you're first.
I do not believe it will be necessary for me to enter battle mode. And I, how far away is it?
60 feet.
I pull out. So first off, shing, shield. The shield appears
Okay.
on my right arm, and I will pull out a javelin, and just kind of hold up and be ready to throw it when it reaches in my range, which is 30 feet.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. You're just readying until it's in range.
Yeah, when it gets within 30 feet of me, I'll throw the javelin at it.
Stellale.
Stellalay.
With an arrow and fires.
Is it Stella Way or Stella Lay?
Stellalay.
Stella Lay. Okay.
And actually, as she pulls it back, let's see. I think I have to choose before. Let's see.
What the?
I think you guys walked into an animal feeding zone. What?
That's so powerful.
So I pull.
It's for being a zealot barbarian. If a spell to restore your life is cast on you, the caster doesn't need material components for that spell.
Whoa! You can revivify without a diamond.
You can resurrect without a diamond. No, that's 10,000 gold.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Get the fuck back up here. Alright.
I pull back, and then as I pull back, little like almost star constellations kind of pull in towards the arrow, and I fire, and it looks like almost a star goes out and to it. It's technically I have to hit it, but I'm using Beguiling Arrow.
Okay, beguiling arrow. Interesting.
15.
15? 15 is going to hit. Roll damage.
Cool.
Your arrow flies from your bow, kind of glowing through the night air in the forest, and strikes the hippogriff right into its wing.
That was bad.
Yep. Wow. Nice damage there. One piercing damage and 6 psychic damage.
Hey, that's psychic damage.
How much damage total?
7.
That's so cool.
7 damage. And it kind of strikes into it, and you watch as it kind of shakes its head a bit at the psychic damage, but continues flying further.
You need to make a wisdom save.
And then do like
Wisdom save.
That's would be.
all over the place.
Ooh, big
We should
3.
get, like, a little
Big
cabinet
3
that
plus
you can-
1, 4.
So it fails.
Cats.
Okay.
Get up there.
Until the start of my next
Yeah,
turn,
I've seen them up there before.
it is charmed by.
I've seen Coffee Cake.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let's try and
You've
find-
made him fall in love. That's amazing.
He made the
I have to choose a friend, not I can't even choose myself as an ally.
If you stay near me, I can protect you.
The hippogriff flies closer and closer, and definitely doesn't want to attack you, but it will go for the person that just fired an arrow at it, and it flies even closer and closer and closer. Go ahead and get your reaction off if
I'm
you'd
gonna
like.
hold off.
You're gonna hold. Okay.
I only need to know once the roll. If it hits, then I can choose what happens.
It
need to
skids
know
towards the
until
ground.
damage.
But-
Its horse legs.
By the way, before then, my turn, can I say, try to calm it down.
Comment.
However,
It skids towards the ground, and the dart kind of riles upwards as it stops itself with its wings, and it literally backs upwards with the horse legs, but it doesn't neigh. It just kind of, and then it comes down on you with its claws, and it's gonna bite at you with its beak.
You know, I don't need to know until I know.
15.
that hits.
What's your AC?
14.
I will add 2 to the AC.
Ting, you block. You as it's about to come down on top of you, he steps in the way and just kind of hits it out of the way, and it's instead going to bite you with a 14.
My AC is 15.
Just, can't break any of your armor
So
on
the,
you.
the reason why it's important is because if I am, I have 2 things I can do as defender. If the AC is too much, then I can choose to take the attack instead.
Okay.
So I don't have the only time I get the only prerequisite is I have to choose before you roll damage.
Got it.
So
Emery, what do you do?
Good eagle I'm gonna try to calm it down.
I do not believe it is an eagle.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion or animal handling? Persuasion.
You have advantage. He's charmed by you.
True.
Crit. So 26.
Okay. It rears back down and its wild eyes kind of looking around, and just kind of like.
Perhaps it could fly you up to the top of the mountain. If you have tamed it.
Beerbot, it's your turn.
What shall I do? It does not appear hostile anymore.
If it's not attacking us, we could at least leave it alone.
Are we still near where the wolves were?
No, you're an hour away from that.
Very well. I shall keep my weapons at the ready, but will not attack.
That's why I think
Stella away.
I kind of like back up from it to see if it's gonna try and like attack me.
You back away from
I
it.
back away and not disengage.
It doesn't.
Okay. I think we're okay. I think we're good.
Just keep hitting it.
Okay.
Is it
It's turn. It's going to kind of.
Good eagle. Good eagle.
It like opens its mouth a bit towards you and then kind of shuts it,
I'm gonna give it a
like a dog, almost
By
like
the way, now-
like knowing it's doing something wrong.
Yeah. By the way, now it's technically no longer charmed by me.
Oh, it isn't?
Yeah, it's till the end of my turn. My next turn.
Oh. It bites you.
Damn it. I was hoping it would.
It misses. As it bites out towards you, you kind of back up and just.
out on its nose.
Okay. Well, hang on. That's all it'll do. It's your turn. So bop it on its nose. Oh, you just like bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Roll persuasion again. Technically, isn't an animal.
12.
Bop it on its nose. It's like what the.
And I go, shoot.
What was this?
Now roll intimidation.
16.
Flies up in the air. Flies off beyond the trees.
It worked at least. Bad hippogriff.
Get out of here, bad boy. Amazing. All right. I assume you guys continue your travel.
Yep.
All right. You continue up the mountain road, just about an hour away from the waterfall.
Or do we need to roll that thing again?
And roll me a d8, Tyler. 4. You have no encounter.
Yeah.
The sound of rushing water grows louder as you finally reach the top of the Silver Falls, and it's about midnight. The impressive flow of water cascades down the mountainside towards Hupperduke below. Around the crest of the falls, the rocky earth is a deep, rich red.
And are the tracks still around here?
Yes. And passive perceptions, please.
12.
10.
12. Would any of you like some field rations? For some reason, I have them on my person.
I mean, it would be nice, but I think we should investigate before we do that.
Understood. As in, I forgot to empty out my bags.
Yeah, can I start investigating whenever you're ready?
Hold up. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oof. 8. Wait,
I will assist you.
14.
It is good that you have rolled high. As they say.
As they say.
Moose, you're so heavy. My knees hurt.
All right. What'd you get?
14.
14.
Yes.
You look around the place and you kind of search around. You don't see anything really. You just see the waterfall directly in front of you, and that's about it.
So you definitely got the clay here. Can I look to see if there's been like any clay gathered? Can I look to see if there's any clay that was gathered from here, like a place where they've been digging out the clay?
Yeah. You don't have to roll really. You look around. The clay doesn't look like it's tampered with necessarily. It just looks like it's been stepped in.
Can I follow the track to see where the kobold tracks lead to?
You look around. Give me another survival check.
Natural 20. +2.
You follow the tracks, and you watch as they kind of go offwards and towards the cliff.
We're headed this way if you want to find where they went.
I shall follow you, as you appear to have the best eyesight of the three of us.
In the day, at least. Not in the day. Sorry. Opposite.
That is correct. You are what they call Drow, designation Dark Elf.
Yes. Indeed.
What do they call me?
You are a human,
Designation.
designation female.
Okay.
Wait,
There is
hold on.
no
You don't-
specific between. I do not know why your designation is Dark Elf when Drow is the other name that you could go by. I was not created by myself. My old master specifically designated Drow as Dark Elves.
But human as female? Okay,
Well,
I'm not even gonna
she
question.
is female. If I had met a male human, their designation would be male,
Well, let's not get into
unless
this
otherwise instructed.
then. Alright then. I'm just gonna... Should we follow the tracks?
The chat said to drink the dice.
Wow. Don't drink the dice.
If you drink the dice, then the health potion will be lost.
Oh no. Gotta keep myself safe. I'm squish. Alright.
I'm gonna
Follow
the
the
tracks.
trails.
Okay.
Trail.
Design-
Singular. Designation.
Drow, designation, dark elf. Human, designation, female. Wait, what? What type of designation system?
It broke his.
Alphonse.
It even broke his thought. He was like, "I do not understand because your designation would also be
Alphonse,
female."
You find what looks like a 10-foot wide rock shelf covered in red mud that leads behind the waterfall and into a cavern.
Here, no, come here.
So like,
Yeah.
waterfall, and if you guys are up here, there's like, it like goes down and inwards.
Okay. And we'll
want to
follow
see
that and go into the cavern. I'm gonna draw my bow too, just
Okay.
like pocket
You guys just walk. Alright. You make your way downwards and you kind of continue onwards. The waterfall is loud, but it's more down deeper towards Hupperduke, so you can still kind of hear you can definitely still hear what's going on. And as you kind of just make your way closer and closer, you can hear speaking. And like, and you hear, that's not fair, well, you're cheating. I'm not cheating. And she stops. Hear her voice. And,
Did we recognize the voice
Beyond-
in that moment?
sorry, what?
Was that voice recognizable in that moment? Like, was it the bounty hunter or?
No, you don't necessarily recognize it.
Okay.
Beyond the rushing spray of water is a dry cavern. Multiple lanterns shed light across the rocky interior, revealing a floor thickly strewn with dried bat guano. A small tent and table, a steel door set into the far wall, and two wide workbenches. A female gnome is working at the farthest bench, shackled to a chain set into the rock wall. 4 kobolds sit around the table near the tent playing a dice game with a familiar-looking gray-skinned Goliath. She says, "Guess you're gonna win this round. Our game's being interrupted." She stands up and turns towards the rest of you. "I know you're out there. Do you step forward and hold up your hands?" And she pulls out the sword towards you. And she...
No, I do that, and then I put my hands down. Like, I shouldn't do that, but...
She says, "You're all fools.
You are.
And this is where you'll die."
You are Skin Zabris, correct?
"I am. And you're all going to die for Jorhas. And for the fall of the Dwendalian Empire. Kill them." All of you roll initiative.
I fought for the Empire, right?
Yes.
Okay. That is important.
She is not
I
on your
now
side.
know which side she stands. Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm front there.
Here's the map for you.
Is anything on that side of the mountains Jorhas? That side?
No.
No?
Should we put
Okay.
minis
I don't
down
know
for
where I
this?
stand.
Yes, you
We
should.
need to get you minis, don't we?
I can do it.
Yes. Can you get me a
This is her.
no.
I wanted that many.
Beer
for
bottle.
me.
You want to take that one?
Yeah. It fits more.
Give me that like orc one,
Uh-huh.
and I need 4 kobolds
Or kobolds?
and the halfling.
Okay.
Well,
Well, she stepped out,
She stepped out.
so I'll come forward because I also came forward and started speaking. In this moment, I have been requested to send my friend code to people, and I will see if I can get it before Spencer gets back.
I didn't.
I don't even know where to find your friend code on Switch. So.
It's all the way on the top of your thingy.
I didn't get the game yesterday either.
Huh?
I didn't get the game either yesterday.
You didn't? You're being sarcastic?
I'm being sarcastic.
You got Animal Crossing?
Potentially.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Jack also got it.
Yes.
Yes!
I'm still kind of in tutorial land. I didn't play for very long, but.
Do I need to put the SW in the front? Because it's SW dash, etc. For the friend code?
No.
No? And then I can...
Is this 21?
Yeah, so that'll be Sken. Sken will be at the table right there.
This one?
Nope, the table.
This?
The table.
Oh.
Turned around.
Other ones were also playing at the table, right?
Yep. And there are 4 kobolds at the table as well.
Okay. This is a kobold. No,
Perfect.
it's not a kobold. Also a kobold.
That's a dinosaur.
It is. They're tiny dinosaurs, though. So.
And then the halfling is at the work table. Chained. Yep. At the chain. Yep. All right. Let's get some initiatives.
Initiatives.
Once I get my encounter going here,
What was the cheering for while I was in there?
that Tyler got Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
Yay! I'm so excited.
I decided pretty much everyone I know is getting the game. Might as
Yeah.
well join in.
Yeah.
I love Animal
Have
Crossing.
fun.
You got peaches? I got apples. I want peaches.
I
Did
got,
you start it yet, Tyler?
I got,
As I said, I'm still in tutorial land. But,
Oh yeah.
I got apples.
What does your island have?
oranges.
Oh, mine too.
I got,
What'd you name
I
it?
got apples, and then I've
acronym.
gotten
Yeah, mine's
I'm following the
cherries and coconuts
Me too.
from
And
other islands.
I got oranges from his island.
Oh, I need to do that. I need to go to your island and steal your trees.
Oh.
Oh, I think I found pears on another island too. So I think I have almost all of them except for peaches.
Okay, let's start the encounter. Beerbot.
12.
Stellalay.
11.
Emery.
19.
All right. The Hippogriff is not here to get out of the initiative. All right, so the fourth kobold down there is going to take out...
Which one?
Yeah, that one. It is going to take out its hand crossbow and is going to jump and kind of roll to... Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse?
I do not see a mouse. Oh, it's at the bottom, and now it's up. It's at us.
He's going to run to about here.
Can you put the...
Which one is this?
It
One?
jumps
No,
and
the one that's on the table, yeah.
rolls to...
5, 10, 15. Yeah, he can.
He gets to about right there, takes out a hand crossbow, and fires it at Big Metal Man.
Do we not have a warforged?
That is a
I
9.
thought we did, but I couldn't find it.
Ding! Bounces right off of you.
Okay.
Unless a 9 hits you.
No.
Emery.
My AC's 15.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast this little guy.
Okay.
17.
That confirms her class, guys. I've all been trying to guess. What'd you get?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Eldritch Black.
I was
goes out of
surprised that
hand.
Jacob forgot that she could take other classes' cantrips because he did that with Cat.
That's right, because you have the tome, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
5.
And 5?
Wait, no, I get it for being a Undying Warlock.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, you get told to dead? That's cool.
5 damage.
5 damage. You hit the Eldritch Blast hits him.
Wait, no, sorry, that's Spare the Die. I'm wrong. But yes, sorry. Good. Sorry.
How do you have Toll the Dead then?
Pack Boon.
That's what I thought. It hits him, and he kind of falls over on the ground.
Oh, is he
dies.
dead?
And as he hits the ground, he explodes.
Oh.
And doesn't hit anybody near. All right, kobold number 3, the Velociraptor one, is going to run straight for you. The short sword, he just
15, 20, 25.
and goes to swing at you. Wow. 12.
That misses.
Just bounces right off of you. The other kobold is going to run towards Emery.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yep, and takes a short sword and swings at you as well. Oh, that's a 16.
That'll do it.
I will take the hit for.
Oh, okay.
Using
Wait, what's
Defender.
your AC?
12.
I can't add enough.
Oh,
to
you
make
can
it.
take the hit,
I can
though.
choose to take the hit.
6 piercing damage.
Okay, but yeah, the choices is as long as I do it, as long as I say it before you say what the damage is, I can choose to either give her 2 AC or take the hit.
Got it. The gnome, off in the corner over there, chained and shackled, kind of looks around and looks towards the table, and she says, she's kind of like under the bench, and she grabs a handful of small brass spheres, and she says, "You wanted these made? Then here, you can have them!" And she hucks one of them and throws it at one of the kobolds, and it explodes right in front of them, and
Oh no. Oh
the Velociraptor one,
There.
one of them, just pick one of them, just explodes. The other one dodges out of the way, but he just explodes and splatters into a bunch of goo and is dead.
So then the other way.
Beerbot.
I'll look down at the kobold and I'll say, "Our designation says nothing about leaving you alive." Entering battle mode.
You killed my friend! It was you!
With the battle axe. 20 plus to hit.
Roll damage.
First person I hit gets that extra d6. 9 plus 8, 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 damage.
I turn him in the afterlife! And he's dead. Make me a dexterity saving throw, as long as it's with you, Emery.
Rip.
I love kobolds.
Ha.
5.
8? 5?
5?
Oh, fuck. You take 8 piercing damage, both of you do.
I take
as he
4.
explodes, and the shrapnel hits you from the side, just like,
I take-
blood and cobalt
I'm
bits
like
get all
hiding
over
behind
you.
the Warforged.
I take 4.
Alright, Stella Lane.
Raging. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I can take a few more hits.
I wish I could be right here.
That's where I am.
I know.
We should keep
But-
the
So,
exit
I'm trying to have something that has a line.
There's another exit over
A
here.
line. Got it.
How
They can go
can
that way.
I...
Come on.
You have to make a line.
That's the thing. So, like, here and here would be a line from here.
Yep. So you
But
can't
not
get it from
here.
there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It would be.
Robert,
Yeah, it would just miss her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Robert,
Well, I
Robert
can do
Nixdorf, we are level 4.
Yes, we
Do
are.
those. I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And get 2 of them.
Allow for the attack of opportunity.
Yep. Swipe with the short sword.
And the attack opportunity would happen when you're out of
To
my range.
6.
Okay.
Just misses you.
Totally fine.
I didn't know.
And then I pull back the crossbow. Some more of those, a different type of those constellations start coming out. And just a line shoots out from where the arrow, instead of an
Oh,
arrow,
perfect.
Straightforward.
Straightforward.
They need to make a save of dex saving throw of a 12.
I have been alerted
Kobold.
to some knowledge that I must tell you after this game.
Huh?
Defender's homebrew.
I did
didn't
not know
know
that.
it until like a few days ago.
Oh,
But-
yeah. That's a feat we made for Lilia
I think, yeah.
back in the Stormlands
Okay,
days.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Because feats don't say anything about their...
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they
Feats
do.
don't say anything about where they're located from.
It's fine.
So I just thought it was a regular feat that I could
I
do.
think it's a kind of a basic feat.
Isn't there a feat called Defender already?
I mean, I made it. You can have it.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right, if you made it, then
We made it together.
Well, I was afraid that someone else made it, like it was a Logan thing.
I made it for Lilia back in Stormlands Tal'Dorei days.
So it's kind of a...
This is okay.
it's not a joke one.
Gnome got a 12.
It's not summon a guy.
Gnome
Sorry, the Kobold got a 12.
meets...
and the and Sken got an 18.
They both beat it, but they both take half the damage.
All right.
It takes damage from the arrow plus... Yeah, okay, so... I automatically just do damage no matter what. The arrow's damage with this. Which is nice.
Elflines.
Wow. They both take a whole...
They both take damage?
They both take damage.
Aha.
They both take 6 damage.
Wow.
So is it like half your normal damage type of thing?
It's
You roll like your arrow damage. And
arrow
then you half
damage,
it.
and then add a d6, and then
Half it.
You fire backwards. You watch as the
I'm
Goliath
gonna
Skin
look
kind of turns to the side, nicks her in the shoulder, and she kind of turns and it pins the kobold up to the wall, and she, for Jorhas! And he explodes.
What did he say?
For Jorhas.
That's the name of the. Okay.
It's Skin's turn. She useless kobolds, and
They all
she
did. Oh, I still want one.
takes out her long sword and she pushes the table over to the side and goes straight over towards you. She actually backhands it, Tyler, and goes over towards you and like strikes downwards on top of you with 2 hands.
Yep.
With the butt of the weapon.
Ouch! Ouch! 24.
That doesn't hit.
8 slashing damage as she strikes down the front of you. And then she strikes again.
Cool.
Oh boy.
15.
Hit.
8 more damage. 16 damage total.
Ow. Yeah, that's technically over half.
Don't worry about it. We'll play with
Till level
new
5,
rules.
till level
New
5.
rules. No.
Oh, new rules.
We'll play with
The exhaustion rules.
the exhaustion rules.
So, if we go unconscious
And you are brought back to 1 hit point.
we
You have a level of exhaustion. Emery, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Where are you casting it at?
Echoes.
At
Within
the
5 feet.
at this thing.
Okay. Because there's
Well-
that other kobold.
Oh yeah, this isn't. I have Gloomhaven rules in my head. Spare the dying. Toll the dead on the kobold in front of me. So
All right.
wisdom save.
18.
What?
So wise kobold. He watched all of his friends die, and he's just like, "You will not take me." Ah!
Okay. Well, I could Misty Step somewhere. Could Misty Step into that tent.
Get just into the tent.
Be hidden.
You could.
I can't make it.
Oh, you can get right to the base of it. You can move and then Misty Step.
Move and then Misty Step. Or I could Misty Step, not take opportunity attack, and then move into the tent.
Well, or you could go like maybe
5.
5, 10, then 30 feet.
That would get you right into the tent.
And you don't be able to get up to protect them.
Run forward and disappear.
Yeah, and you would appear right there.
You watch as Sken kind of looks around, wondering where you went. All right. The gnome hucks another explosive over at Sken. Natural 20 is a save. Takes half damage. I think takes no damage.
Oof.
Explosive seed. Half as much. Nice. She takes 3 damage. She just kind of explodes right in front of her. She says, "Oh, you." Beerbot.
All right, I will. So the
Actually, as that gnome hucks the little acorn over at the ground and explodes it next to Sken, and she says, "Are you with them?" She kind of points over towards you.
she says that to the gnome.
The gnome, she kind of looks around, kind of waiting. She doesn't really respond. It is now your turn.
Okay. So a piece of my side, I kind of like because my shield's on this side, so a piece of my side, I kind of go and I grab at it and I pull, and it's and it kind of just like whirs out, and it's into a hand axe, and then I would like to. What's the chances I could shove this kobold 10 feet?
You could shove him 10 feet if you succeeded your shove check.
I'll use one attack to try to shove him 10 feet.
Okay.
So is that a contest or is that just me trying
It's a
to meet his
contest.
AC?
It's like grapple.
Okay. That's not bad. 16.
16 beats a 10.
All right. Cool. So I shove him 10 feet.
He backs up into
then-
Sken,
and then-
and she's just like, "What are you
And
doing?
then I'll use my.
You pushed me!"
And then I'll use my bonus action to huck the hand axe at him. I'm trying to blow him up next to her.
Nice to
Me
meet
attack
you,
roll.
but
Well, yeah, I know.
Come here.
They're little explodey goblins. Explodey kobolds.
16.
Alright, roll damage.
Cool. And he takes the extra d6. Because Zealot. Well. Does that only apply to. That's just like that. That's specifically melee. Okay. So it would be 3, 7, 9 damage.
So here's what happens. The kobold's like, "Vajoras!" and like doesn't, and it resists your attack. You kind of teleport away, and then you just literally like kick it, and it hits the edge of Sken, and Sken's like, "What are you doing?" "Hey, kicked me!" A hand axe just hits it directly into its chest, and and explodes. She
sorry.
succeeds the save.
so I need to make the dex.
You also need to make the dex save. Yeah.
14.
You succeed, you take half damage, you take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here.
Alright, Stella Lay, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm going to.
I spitted everywhere when I did that
You
explosion.
did?
Yeah. You shoved a coronavirus all across the table.
Fuck.
I'm going to disengage. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
Go over here. Bonus action. What's it called? Second wind.
Okay.
So I need some fucking health back.
I'm fine.
I got 8 health back.
8 health back, got it.
And then, action surge.
Axum.
Action.
Wait, did you say it's Step of the Wind?
No, second wind.
Second wind, sorry.
Step at the wind.
Monk's in my head right now.
Then action surge to get to fire an arrow. Like
Cool.
aiming for like.
And I just like soak the hit and you're like,
I love-
alright, you're still in the fight and you
I
get
love kind of.
I'm like aiming for the leg to try and.
I love kind of
I
this
don't know if you can
idea.
do like non-lethal AO damage, but
You can only do non-lethal and melee attacks.
yeah. But I'm trying just to hurt rather than to.
That's fine.
I love doing this idea of like all of his weapons being like different parts of his body. So I like pulled out the hand axe and chucked it.
It's awesome.
That is 25 to hit.
Roll damage.
Jesus Christ, I'm running so bored at the damage. It is 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
Like, I'm gonna roll. Oh, I don't.
Hits her right in the leg, and she just kind of takes it out, and kind of pulls it out and throws it down on the ground. She's still in the fight. She takes her long sword and is going to look over at you, Metal Man. And then she kind of eyes the gnome and back over again. And she is going to... She'll fight you first. She'll see where this goes. She's not too terribly damaged. She'll attack you twice, both sides. She takes the first attack goes downwards on front of you, and then she literally flips the sword and strikes upwards. The first attack that swings downwards is a 10.
That misses.
Misses right off of you, and the second one that's a big old crit.
Oh.
Oof. And it's almost like she it's almost like we won't do big crits.
Crunchy crit.
We don't do crunchy crits.
We could.
We could, but
Or
we're
we
not
could
gonna. It's almost like the first attack was just to throw you off, and then this one gets in between your armor, hits some of the machinations underneath you, and slices upwards. Its oil kind of flies outwards. You take 15 damage.
I take 7.
You take 7 damage.
Guys, he's an
I'm
angry
raging.
Warforged?
I'm in
I am
battle mode.
Battle mode. Emery, it's your turn.
Sorry, I forgot my own name.
You've done that a couple of times tonight.
I peek out. And
Peek
I
out.
gonna toll the dead
Toll the dead.
on her. Yes, wisdom save.
She's been
please.
damaged, so.
She has, and that is a 6.
Ooh, D12.
Oh, the music works with this.
11 damage.
She's gonna stone endurance that.
I don't know what that means.
Ooh, 12 on the d12.
So Goliath can roll and reduce.
She uses her reaction and just soaks the hit. She just feels the damage hitting inside of her and just resists all of it. She takes no damage.
Well, I don't know that, so.
She kind of looks around. She's now assessing the battle. She feels like she looks a little bit like, oh fuck, I probably can't win this. Another explosion goes off right in front of her face from the gnome. She succeeds the save and takes 1 damage. She just looks
how
angry
bad
over
does she
her.
look?
How bad does she
Is she
look?
bloodied?
No, she's not bloody. Beerbot.
Our directive requests that you be returned alive.
I'm not going back.
Then it will have to be missing a limb, I suppose.
I get a try.
I'm gonna swing for her leg
Go for it.
with my battle axe. That would have been the perfect time for a crit. Oh well.
Yeah.
Got as close as I could to it with a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Cool. 7, 9, 9 plus 8 is 17 damage.
17 damage.
17 damage.
17 damage strikes down into her, right into her leg. Blood shoots right out of it onto you and her, and she just.
It would be wise to surrender.
She begins quickly looking around the room. Stella Leia, what are you doing?
Fairy fire.
By the way, she's now bloodied.
Okay. Fairy fire.
Fairy fire.
Dex save, correct? And I think technically you as well,
7.
but then she is lit up. For the duration, objects any attack rolls on an affected creature or object has advantage if the target can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
That's all. Just give us advantage on attacks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Nothing special.
Really good.
Nothing special.
All right. It is Sken's turn.
It's probably, what she probably does, she probably grabs her bow and kind of just points the bow instead of actually pulling an arrow, and that's
Got it.
what
She very quickly
Dry fire, which is like the worst thing you can do.
runs over towards the gnome. Go to giving it an attack of opportunity.
Can you turn it into a grapple?
No.
Okay. Because you can replace attacks with grapples.
You can,
Okay.
but you do not have the sentinel feat.
Ah, true.
Gotcha. That's fair. 22.
22 hits.
Let's see, per turn? On each turn?
That's a good joke.
What, the one from Chibis?
14 damage.
You strike into her again. She kind of yelps outwards as she runs over towards the thing. Her eyes wild, her hair kind of frazzled off to the side, blood all over her. She grabs onto the shackled gnome, takes her sword and puts it over her throat, and turns around towards the rest of you. And she kind of holds her hair back, and she says, "I won't hesitate. Now drop your weapons." Emery, it's your turn. She is holding her action.
Give me a second. I think I have everything I can do. Think I have everything I can do. Nope. Where is it? Oh, it'd be over here. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Sorry.
What is a weird race class combination? I don't know. I'm playing a Warforged Barbarian right now. However, someone else was much smarter than I was with that suggestion and suggested Warforged Druid.
Didn't we have someone do that? I'm gonna...
The gnome kind of looks over towards the rest of you. Her kind of like blonde hair being pulled backwards as she like holds up her neck, and you notice she's rather young, not like a child, but like maybe like early 20s. And you notice you can just see tears welling up in her eyes. And she just kind of like, and she's just like blood frenzy, almost just kind of holding the sword up to her neck. You hold up your hands. Better stop casting spells. She kind of slowly just stands there. She's still waiting. I mean, it's not her turn, so you put up your hands. She doesn't do anything. The gnome does not move. Beerbot?
My directives
You
are
said she's
confused.
bloody. You said she's bloody?
To us.
One directive is capture target. Another directive from the old days is do not let innocents die. Please advise.
You're at the fucking Empire, aren't you? One of their warforged.
I am a decommissioned.
You killed
soldier
my
boss.
people.
I am decommissioned.
Decommissioned. What the fuck are you doing then?
I was hired.
You learned how to get coin. Typical Empire.
Please advise.
Are you doing anything else, Beerbot?
I'm just holding there literally completely still.
Okay.
Asking for advisement on what I should do.
Stella Lane?
What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
You do not fucking move.
I'll have my hands down, but weapon still in hand.
To figure out what the hell.
Offer her a beer. How you doing?
6 seconds.
I know.
You do this shit to me all the time when I'm trying to think. You gotta shoot, aren't you?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll.
Sharpshooter, so doesn't benefit from cover.
Oh, interesting.
Well, from certain covers. Let me double check exactly what it says. Target long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged attack rolls, and your ranged attack weapons ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Interesting. All right. Roll
Would it
attack.
ignore that cover?
Yes.
Couldn't you also take the extra damage potential?
I could.
If you hit, you have to kill her.
I will. I will take the -5 to the attack for the plus 10 to the attacks damage.
Okay. Roll attack.
You have your card too.
I'm planning on using it. Don't know if it's enough.
I don't have anything I can do.
I use my
You
card.
could use the cards.
I'm not gonna let you stack on this one.
Nope. So that will be 12.
Dang. You fire. As you fire the arrow, she like moves to like put her in the way of the arrow. But your arrow is very, very nimble, and you have a pure shot. As it goes over directly for her heart, bounces right off her breastplate. That hits her, and she. That was a mistake. Is that your turn?
I'm just gonna rush.
You rush right over
close
towards
the-
her.
I assume this situation looks a bit more like this. So,
All right, she.
Yep.
You have advantage.
you did have advantage.
She is correct.
Yeah, you do have advantage.
Because the fairy fire is still
What did you?
active.
What was your roll?
4.
4. All right. Well, roll again.
6. No, 9. Plus 6 plus 2.
So
9 plus
17.
6, 17.
Meets it, beats it. Roll damage.
So I'll put you back where you were.
Yeah. So that's. Thank you for reminding
Yeah.
me, and thank you for allowing it to happen after it happened. So.
That's a pretty
plus
vital
3,
roll.
Plus 10, 13.
Yep.
Plus 7, 20.
20 damage.
20 damage. Okay. She's mortal.
I'll still close that gap.
So close.
However, now fearing for her life, she takes her turn, and you strike, and it goes like upwards into like her ribs, under the breastplate. She takes the hit, and she looks around as you charge onto her. You watch as on her hand, on her right hand, she has a ring, and this ring is a silver color, and it has what looks like a skull on it. The skull appears to be like almost like winking, and on one eye there is this kind of golden gem. It lights up, and out of it you see smoke and mist, and a fog cloud appears around all of you. You are all blinded immediately, and you hear a thump, a clang, and shuffling of feet.
We must cover the exits.
You are out of cover.
Is there
As
no way to potentially catch up to her?
If you do you want to run out of the fog cloud?
I would try to run that way to cover an exit.
You run that way to cover an exit, and as soon as you do, and you kind of run out there, you do not see her.
Okay.
Despite the fact that I ran right next to her, do I not know which way she went?
Does the fairy fire keep her from...
That is
General-
also a question. The fairy fire is still active on her.
Let me double check.
I'm still concentrating. They don't benefit from being invisible.
Right. Whether or not her being
Does it-
lit up would mean she wouldn't benefit from
It's a
the
good
obscurity.
question, actually.
It's a very good question.
She sheds dim light. She can't benefit from being invisible, but she's technically obscured. I will tell you which way she went, but you cannot see her. I will see like the light kind of go offwards.
Yeah.
You watch as she headed directly towards that door over there.
That door?
That door.
I have another question then.
Mm-hmm.
Would he get an opportunity attack?
No.
Okay.
You're aware of her presence. You don't know where she is the thing. It's kind of like just like glowing light, and then you like an attack of opportunity is you can tell that someone's about to run, so you preemptively attack while they're trying to get away. A disengage is like running very quickly, and being obscured and being glowing light, you're not aware she's about to run away. It's like, oh fuck, she's gone, and that's all that happens. However, the gnome is lying on the ground without a slit through her neck.
Without?
Without. She's lying there.
Just
She
dropped.
She only had one action. She chose to run away, not kill the girl and die.
So is the fog cloud gone already?
The fog cloud is slowly dissipating.
It was only a round for it to happen. For it to be there. So.
As all this happens, the red eyes will glow out
She's
and pop open.
and she breaks down. She just begins sobbing.
The chest piece will pop open.
The little balls of I was hoping I could be able to knock her down at least.
I'll pour a glass of lemonade.
Okay.
And I'll
She just
and I will bend down onto one knee. I apologize for the things that you have endured.
Okay.
I do not know if you would like a
Give me a
drink or
persuasion
not.
check.
Ooh, 23.
Okay. She looks over and she just kind of she kind of takes the lemonade and kind of slowly drinks it. She sits upwards, kind of crisscross, and she kind of drinks a little bit. She says,
We were sent by Watchmaster Bram to investigate her.
I was hoping somebody would finally come for me.
What is your name?
My name's Nima.
Why did they have you here, Nima?
I'm a munitions expert. They wanted me to create explosive and weapons for the war effort. They wanted me to give them weapons. I've been making war and weapons against the Kreen dynasty for a while. I guess this is their sick way of switching up jobs here. They wanted me to create designs.
Did you work with Master Maker Clef Tinkertop?
No.
She's still chained, correct?
Yeah, she is still chained.
Alright.
Since I didn't ask this because it was a last minute change to the character just before the game, could my character have a thief's tool set?
Sure.
Are either of you proficient in removing chains?
I can potentially do it. May I roll the thieves' tools check?
Roll.
Dex, correct?
And if you're proficient, you add your proficiency
I
bonus.
know. That is 23.
23. You kind of open it and unlock it, and she says, "Thank you. I developed munitions. They captured me quite a while ago. It's not her though.
Someone else?
Stalmust.
Who is Stalmust?
Stalmust is he's a I'm not really sure what he is. He's a part of this organization. They wanted to break Sken out of prison for some reason. They wanted me to create some munitions and have me creating some explosive device. I have no idea why, but I know that he's hell's bent on vengeance against the Empire, against the city of Hupperduke and its people.
Do you know where that door goes?
I have no idea.
We should return to the...
I think it leads to his lair.
We should return to the Watchmaster with this information.
Well, she ran in there.
Yes, but we currently have a civilian.
Yes,
and
I know.
returning her to the home without proper guidance would likely result in fatality given our dangerous path.
Yes, I want to at least know where that's going. We don't know how long where that goes or...
When not in battle mode, my directive is to protect civilians. I
Can you
must
protect the
stay
civilian
here.
and I'll scout on ahead a little bit?
Are you sure that you will be safe by yourself?
I'll be fine.
Thank you for rescuing me. I don't know if you should go in there. I don't think you'll be able to handle what he has in there. I know they have traps, explosives, everything. They've been using this place as a way of like mining the explosive powder from the guano.
I will repeat, it may be better to come in with a more sizable force. There are only 3 of us. We do not know how many men this man has.
That's very true.
Are you aware of numbers at all?
No.
We should at least have this place watched.
I agree. Perhaps we could partner with the bounty hunter.
I know it's not gonna happen. You know that?
The safety of the city is more important than my pride.
I'm not saying it is your pride, I'm saying it is hers. Someone like that
I
is a
understand.
mercenary. We want money. She'll ask for money, so we're able to do it. Now,
If necessary, I would offer her my portion of the reward.
If you think so. We absolutely could.
We should go back to the town.
Yes, I agree. However, I will follow the decision the both of you make as a team.
Do you want to scout ahead?
I want to at least Then no one's going to leave this while we're gone. But then
Are there any more bombs we could cave in the entrance?
I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, I don't know that we still need to get back here.
That is true. There is no way to know whether or not people will leave. We will simply have to
Someone
trust
keep
fate.
watch. Someone stay behind.
I believe that exceeds proper danger levels.
Everything we're doing is exceeding proper danger levels.
My directive shows that as the three of us, we would be committing suicide by going in there.
I'm
If
not
only
going in.
one of us stays behind, that is essentially the same.
If they come out.
If they come out, will you leave?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm not going to engage them if they come out, but I can just watch them.
Will you be able to stay up until we return? We are all weak from combats.
Yeah. I rest during the day.
I will defer to the two of you then.
We should go. If they want to stay behind, they can.
Understood.
You're the one that is in charge, though. You're the one who took the money in the beginning, so as the co-creator.
Stepping out from where you guys had originally entered, you see a familiar elf woman. You see Yinra step over, and she says, "Oh, well, look what you found. How very interesting.
Hello.
And a civilian. Wow. Well, thank you for completing the dirty work for me. I assume you want to return her back to town. Unless you would want to leave her here."
I will be returning her myself.
Ah, interesting.
Are you planning on going in there alone, then? By the way, the Goliath is in there. I'll probably
Ah, suppose she is. I have my own plan of attack that I may go under. Though I don't need you two mucking
Can
it
I
up.
insight that?
I can let you do it
Go ahead.
yourself.
There are 3 of us. You said 2.
He's heading back to Upper Duke, is he not?
10.
Technically, there are 4 of us.
10? What are you trying to insight from her?
I'm. Every time she's come up and spoken, it's just kind of like been a little off, and he's always been wary of bounty hunters in the first place. Just
She
'cause-
literally just looks like she's just some elven bounty hunter trying to get the upper hand, take advantage of you guys in the situation, and
Gotcha.
probably piss you off just a
Gotcha.
little bit.
My
And rub it in your face.
my directory would state that if you entered in there yourself, it would be equivalent to suicide.
I've handled worse. Go along.
My directory is not to stop you, but only to warn you. If you wish to stay, then that is your
I
prerogative.
really appreciate you leading the path, my path, this way here. I knew you'd be foolish enough to make your way up the mountain, the clay from the other parts of the waterfall. Pfft, just couldn't find the entrance. And you found it. And thank you. I don't have to deal with that wretched Goliath. I'll be bringing her back, though, and collecting that reward.
Nope.
The what?
No, we can let her find out what she needs to find out on her own.
I apologize,
Good.
but my prerogative is to...
Your prerogative is to keep the civilians safe, correct?
Yes.
Then let's go.
She kind of smiles.
What do the two of you... Do you agree?
She says she can handle herself.
Then I will follow your commands. I wish you luck, and regardless of any issues between the two of us, I do not wish for you to die. I guess we will find out if you return.
Would have been easier to convince if one of you was dead.
What
Oh,
do
well.
you mean?
Good luck. Good luck to you.
What would be easier to convince?
You to leave.
Oh, I suppose. But
She goes over towards the door, pulls out some thieves' tools, begins to work on the lock.
I suppose we shall go then.
I want to angle her hand that way a little bit.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'll turn to
I'll walk out.
what's her name? I wrote her name down, didn't I? Huh?
Nima?
Yeah, I'll turn to Nima. Are you ready to return to?
She nods.
Then let us go.
To go home, Jane.
And you guys make your way out of the waterfall, the cavern, and head back to Hupperduke with
Upper Duke.
this rival of yours taking on the initiative to make their way into the dungeon alone. But on that note, that is probably where we're going to end tonight's game. It's a
2
good
a.m.
stopping point. What?
To 2 a.m.
To 2 a.m.
We could.
We're not going to. We may return back to this. It would be cool if we did. We probably will. But thank all 100 of you for joining us for this tonight's game. 131 of you and 200 of you earlier.
At this point, we have to finish this.
We will likely finish it.
I like this character.
Cool.
And we can stream whenever, so don't be surprised if this might show up in like 2 or 3 days.
Next week on Critical Fail. We should just name it that. That's dumb. But
This is our game that we might just randomly play at some point.
Yeah, who knows? It might just pop up. And as always, you know, the VODs will always be available. So if we stream on a Tuesday or something and you're not here, you can just watch it later.
We are stuck at home right now, so we're trying to come up with things to do. And
Yeah.
we like to have
And this game was quite a surprise, I think, for all of us.
definitely. YouTube gamer addict. She's gonna get murdered so hard.
I know. That's why I'm like, you can go ahead. Just go right ahead. Just have fun. I'm ready to see her body.
I'm sorry, I'm lawful good. He doesn't want her to die, even if he doesn't like her.
COVID roll. Thanks for joining us again, guys. Really appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure I'm
And
like neutral good.
we will see you guys next time we play. I have no idea when that's going to be, but
Two don't worry.
I suppose that's the end of the stream. Bye. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Social distance. Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you, Dame Chaos.